We're live. We're in, ladies and gentlemen. We're in. Not technicals. We were watching Married at First Sight Australia. If I'm completely honest, it's the couples retreat.
Yeah, it's girls' night.
And
girls' night.
So right, I need you to. Can we just do a little test on levels? Because the levels last week, chef's kiss.
I'll put it near my face.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. And how is that level?
And how my level is good. I'm going to come down ever so slightly. And can you just talk again, please?
1 2 1 2. Hello, hello, hello.
How are we sounding? Are we sounding loud enough, and are we sounding equal enough? I think we're there. Welcome, everybody. Busy show tonight. Lots to report, including I have found the best and yet simultaneously the worst Facebook page of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Of all time.
Now, he's told me that was the case, but he's given me no more detail than that. He wanted to keep it special for you guys.
Come over this way a little bit. I'm hogging the space. I told you I'd found the best Facebook page. I've since found out it's also the worst.
Okay.
It's also the worst. So I'm probably off it. But look how grey I am.
Something's going...
Oh, is it? Okie dokie. Oh, there is a little... I need to...
It's that.
Well, I'm getting this
going
whole...
at the same time as that light.
I'm getting this whole place. This office is what I call it. It's being decorated. I need to do my hair because it's really annoying me.
What's the matter with your hair now? I thought you'd been enjoying your hair recently. It was me that's had the hair woes.
Pomade. I need some pomade.
Please hold, caller.
Because I've had a shower and it's gone all George Lucas.
Here we go. This is Get Ready With Me, the Iain Lee edition.
There we go. Got shorts on.
Yes.
Horrible skinny old man legs.
Dave, you've got lovely legs. I think you've got a very nice, delicate ankle. Unlike me, you've got Irish legs.
Sofa
no
Bum's,
offence to the Irish, but you know that we're sturdy.
Sofa Bum is on the same episode as us. I tell you what, here's what we're going to do. Breath, because I just got up. Hey Google, set an alarm for 30 minutes now.
Oh, pourquoi?
Because we're doing the show.
All right.
So what we're going to do is then we're going to go in and I want it to... You can have a sweetie.
I'm going to eat it.
So I want it to... And we're going to make it pick a... Spotify. So the alarm is going to be a song. It's going to be from the Discover Weekly list. We don't know what it is. We're going to hit record and then we're going to do this. Guys, we are in and we are live. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Iain Lee.
Hi, I'm Catherine Boyle.
We put this podcast out every single goddamn week.
Yeah, whether you like it or not.
Last week we put 2 out because it was the full 3-hour show. Iain, Catherine, how can you afford to put out a free show? Because people pay for this show for you. They are our Patreons. And we, each and every one of them, if they wanted, I would give a consensual reach around.
What?
Because well, if you're in the, let's be honest, if you're in the £10 and above tier, a
£10 tug.
Are you going to chomp? Let's just wait for you to chomp that sweet.
I'm stuck in it.
She's not. Okay, we're just going to wait for that.
You're making me hurry up. You're impinging on my enjoyment.
I'm not impinging on anything. I am your enjoyment. Just when you're ready, because I've got a long list. No one's going to want to sign up to the patreon.com/Iain and Catherine. It's in the show notes.
Some of them love this.
I suppose so. Right, so we've got new Patreon. We've got quite a few new Patreons, who I would like to welcome. I want to welcome Kieran. Excuse me, Kieran. I don't have my glasses on. Let's put the glasses on. Kieran
Make
Charlton.
sure you put the right ones on.
Kieran Charlton, I want to say thank you. I would love to say thank you to Vincent Lockyer.
Yeah.
I really want to thank Chris Hutchings, Frank James White. That's 4. That's a lot. Thank you very much. If you want more info, patreon.com/Iain and Catherine. And Catherine with a K. A lot to talk about.
Your collaboration is appreciated.
A lot to talk about tonight, Catherine. Shall I go through my list?
Yes.
Of things? Let's go through. Well, first of all,
I've had the Lurgate. Has anyone else had this Lurgate apart from me and Scott Balcony? Because apparently we are early adopters.
You've been rotten, but it didn't last very long.
3 days.
Yeah.
But actually, what you don't realise is that I was sickening before that.
You were
it's just
sickening.
the 3 days that it just really got me.
Yep.
It just really got me. Headache, like permanent headache. Like it was like a hangover without the party. It was rubbish. Headache, dry eyes, feeling like this. 3 days. And now I've just got a slightly snotty nose, but apart from that, I'm back.
And a slightly snotty attitude. Right.
Well, that is permanente.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks.
Where to start? Oh, here's a question for people in the chat. We were trying to think in like the early seasons of Hollyoaks, there was a thick lad. Now, we thought he was called Tinhead, but Tinhead was in Brookside. Was he called Buckethead or something? If someone in the chat could let us know. If we don't know by the end of the show, then listener, it's up to you. You can shout at your podcast app.
Harsh has had it.
Harsh has had the
Lurgy.
Why have I written down the best ever headphones? Why have I written that down?
Best ever headphones.
Bombhead.
Bombhead. I remember.
Why have I written down the best? So I make notes I make a little draft email. It's got a few things on here, and I've written the best. Oh.
Here we go.
Come closer.
Here we go. There's a
closer.
story. There's a story.
Because you got earbuds.
Yeah.
And my boys laugh because I call them headphones. They're what?
They're not headphones, are they?
So tell me, but you have an aversion to
I don't
earbuds.
like them. I don't like this. I think I've got delicate auricular openings. And so I don't like the pressure. You might notice that towards the end of the show, I tend to take these out because my ear starts to really
That's why I don't wear them anymore. We were trying to be all professional and we saw Stephen Page do it. Thought, we'll do that because I haven't done it.
Don't like it. In fact, I don't need them in now, do I? Take them out. I really don't like the sensation of having them there. I don't like it.
New sensation.
So I bought some new earbuds because I've got a new phone that requires them. It's not got a hole for sticking your headphones in. Don't enjoy it, but my youngest said, but why did you buy them then? I went, well, because at some point I might want to listen to something quietly.
Her daughters do not have a northern accent, but when they speak to her, they take the piss out of her by speaking in that accent that Catherine just did.
They do that, don't they? And it's always like that. And she'll say, oh, I don't think I can do it. Oh, hang on a minute. She screws her face up like a flipping butthole. Then apparently that's how
she does
we
a very
speak.
good impression. Yeah.
My brethren from the north.
She made a
Very
quiz
rude.
for you guys, and then it didn't get done for some reason, so we did the quiz. It was a bloody good quiz.
It was really good. It was brain rot.
Yeah.
Which,
brain
as
rot
you
quiz.
know, was a teenage language. So, yeah, I got these earphones. I don't like them, but I have them.
Well, you said, oh, they're too full in my ear.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you know they come with smaller nodules. No, I think these are the smallest.
They're all the same
Go and have a
nubbins.
look at the. And there were much smaller nodules that fitted your delicate little holes.
But, you know, they're still uncomfortable, but less so. So, yes, you were right about something. Well done. Thank you.
Well, that got me to thinking, well, what are the best ever headphones I've ever had? And I remember thinking, peak headphone for me. So you had the orange ones with the orange stuff, and you could pull it a bit.
Yeah,
make
but
it
they
longer.
just sort of sat on your ears, didn't they?
Then they got rid of the orange and it went black.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they went sort of ear-shaped almost, like they were sort of more
They
like an egg.
Right? Okay. What came after that?
Then there was like a headband with bits that stuck in like that.
The best headphones ever.
No.
The best headphones ever. The ones with the metal band over your head that's stuck in. The audio quality does not get any better than those headies.
No.
The best.
I like a big headphone with a big cushion. The radio ones I had years and years ago, DB20s they called. Beautiful. Very velvety cushioning around here. Really good. I've got some Bose headphones.
I've got some Bose in the box.
That we were given, do you remember? And I've still got those and they're still going strong.
I don't remember those
really
Bose, but I got given
headphones.
some more Bose.
Yeah.
Those were the best, the ones that went in the ears.
The noise cancelling Bose scare me a little bit because they really do cancel noise. It's like...
Sorry?
I
don't like...
It's like being in isolation.
I've got AirPods, right?
Or
I don't
Mr.
have an
and Mrs.
Apple. And I don't like... Sometimes I accidentally knock it and then I have to Google how to undo it. The noise cancelling. Because you hear them in your ear, then they go...
Yeah. And then you're in space.
I do not like that at all. Cat update. Hope, who is now Abby, is going to her new home tomorrow. She's a shoulder cat, lovely guy, doesn't live far from here, got a beautiful house, big old garden.
Two shoulders.
He's going to collect her at 11:30 tomorrow. Fantastic. She's going to begin her new adventure. Meanwhile, my 3 cats, Lucky, the OGs, Lucky, Pats, Biggest, have been joined, as you know, by a 4th cat, Lucy Apples. It is going terribly. It's going terribly. Pats now doesn't come down from upstairs, and when I bring her down for her food, she just runs out into the garden and hides in the bushes, and I have to go and find her. Biggest is fine. Lux is hiding in a cupboard in a cubby hole in the bathroom, and I've had to put a bandage on her because for the last week, the cats, when they fight, they'll often go for the base of the tail, and her fur has come off the base of the tail, and she's got proper punctured skin. Bite marks, and there was a big one today as well, so there's 3 bite marks. So today I cleaned it up. I've been spraying disinfectant, but I cleaned it up, disinfectant, I put a bandage on, but she's now hiding up there. So
the other thing is that when a cat is injured, they are more of a target, aren't they?
Yeah. So we are going back to basics. Yeah. So Lucy Apples is now in the living room, and that is where she will stay for the next 2 or 3 weeks. That is where she will stay. Once Hope goes tomorrow, Operation Reintegration will begin, and I'm going to watch a Jackson Galaxy. I've got in touch with a pet psychologist, behaviorist.
Yes.
It's expensive. Have a guess.
Couple of hundred.
350 for an hour. However, do you know what? Because there's now part of me feels bad for those 2 up there because they're really suffering, and I don't want them to suffer. And Lucy Apples won't be happy with it. She's been a real challenge, and one that sometimes I regret, and then I feel bad for regretting because I'm going to make it work. And when it works, when all 4 sleep on my bed one night, success. So she now lives in the living room, access to the kitchen sometimes, and she's in there for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to watch Jackson Galaxy. I'm going to try that. Right? I've told the RSPCA no more fosters for a while. I need to focus on this, and they're cool with that. They get it. And we'll see what happens. Now, if it hasn't worked in a month, I'm going to get the behaviourist in. I've got no problem. I think it's a very specialist niche thing. She gets great reviews. I'm going to go in. Also, as some of you may know, I was hoping to get an extension bill, and then I had some builders come round and give me a quote. Let's just say I ain't getting no extension bill, so it means I got a little bit of money that I can afford to put into something like this. And they're my kids, and I feel terrible that those 2 are upset. So we're going to give it a month. We're going to see how it goes. But it's a little bit. It's a little bit upsetting.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. When I first got the kittens and I had them and they were tiny, 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 and my house is largely open plan, so I couldn't shut them away in the living room because the living room is the whole downstairs. And Willow I had to keep them in this sort of little tent thing, really, because...
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
To keep them safe.
Yeah.
And she was rushing the tent and growling at them, and she still swears at them, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was, and certainly not at the level you've got where you're feeling like you've got to separate them because they're ripping chunks out of each other.
We will get there. It's just taking a while. All the stuff with the was going on. It's now there's now a police investigation, Owen. So ixnay on that, right? As a result of that, I've started seeing a counsellor again. Very, very nice guy. We've had 2 sessions, and I'm really enjoying it. And I saw him today. And let's get into the heavy shit. Should we get into the heavy shit?
Okay.
Serious time. This will sound weird, and some people will listen to this and go, oh, what a horrible person. How do I know they'll do that? Because they comment on the YouTube. I've had some really weird comments recently on the YouTube about how we're shit, about we don't get many views. Some guy wrote, oh, my mum gets more views doing knitting.
Okay, good for her.
That was for a short that was advertised in the show. What?
But you know why?
Go on.
Because those people
Yeah.
couldn't get to us before, and now we're out again.
Oh,
because some people just really loved it and loved hate
honestly,
watching.
Honestly, I was speaking to someone earlier in the week about self-esteem, and they said, well, how are you affected by what people think of you? That thing of what other people think of me is none of my business. And I said, yeah, I used to be a lot, and now unless I'm feeling really vulnerable, most of the time I could not give a shit. So these people leave snarky comments on you. I can't give a fuck. I tend to pin them to the top so other people can see what pricks they are.
Yeah.
But anyway, so some people will have a go at me for this, but
That's all right.
so I'm going to say it. You know, my mum's in a care home. I've seen her once this year.
Right.
And I don't say that with any pride, right? I've seen her once this year, and actually I feel a bit guilty. I'm going to take the boys to see her next week, and and I've been really, and I'm not proud of this in the slightest, but I've been really thinking about what is the reluctance to go. You know, it's made slightly easier by the fact that she's kind of with it but not, and time is very fluid to her. If I rocked up today, she would think I could say, oh, I was here last week, do you remember? Oh yeah, I remember that. There's that. And so I'm seeing this counsellor. Obviously we're talking about some heavy shit, and I'm just trying to filter what I want to say and what I can say and what I can't say and what I don't want to say. But this stuff that's going on with the Cubs, and it's made me realise, or reminded me, my relationship with my mum was fucked up. It was not a healthy, emotional relationship. I told you this before, didn't I? When my dad left when I was 14, she said, oh, you're my husband now. Have I told you that?
Yeah. That's
not a great thing. And I love my mum very much, right? This is not me going in and I love her very much. But, all right, I don't know if I shared this with you. Can I share something? This is really intimate, right? And maybe I've told you this. But the night, God, we're getting into the stuff. Let's do it. The night I lost my virginity, I had a massive row with my mum on the phone because she knew where I'd gone and what I was going to do. Oh. And then I went home the next day and I had a massive row with my mum because I'd lied to her about where I was going and what I was doing.
Right.
And that will fuck you up quite a bit, won't it? That will fuck you up.
Yeah.
It's a big one, right? Have I told you that?
No,
before?
you haven't, but that makes absolute sense when you think about the issues you've had with shame around that stuff.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that to badmouth my mum. It's a thing that came up.
I was going to say, saying that, I would be pissed off if my daughter lied to me about where she was. That would frighten me.
I was 17, but still, I said I was off to studying at a mate's house, and my mum phoned him up, and he caved in immediately. But yeah, an argument before you do it, and then the day after you've done it from your mum. And here's something that I may welcome, David Turners. You're getting a heavy show tonight, my friend. I'm going to have to mute the WhatsApp group I'm with David Turners. And here's the thing, right? So mum got very, very ill at 40, and at 56, the decision had to be made primarily by me. Other family was involved. I had to sign the paper to put her into a care home. I had to sign it. And it caused great ructions. I didn't speak to my aunts for years and years and years. We've made peace now, which is fantastic, and I love it. But and I think I don't know. For the first 18 months of her being in a care home, I would get a phone call pretty much every night 11 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. Why have you done this to me? Why have you put me in here? I hate you. You are torturing me. Why have you done this? What I want you to do is buy me a car, bring it here, and I will drive home. She couldn't even fucking walk, you know. And I would take it and I would say, and then she would accuse me and she would tell my aunts that I was stealing her money and all of this, when actually I was doing everything I could to protect it, and I didn't do very well. But I had 18 months of that, a year to 18 months of that. And that will get you down a bit. That will wear you down quite a bit. And I've done so much stuff in between. Where am I going with this? I don't know. There's a part of me that resents my mum, and I don't really want to go and see her, which feels like a terrible thing. Hello, Pats, you going to come downstairs? It'll be the first time you've been downstairs on your own for ages. Hello, Patty. Come down.
She's just peeping.
Come and have a cuddle like the old days. If she comes down, that means it's working. Why am I saying this? I guess I'm trying to it's on my mind because I was in a therapist room 4 hours ago. And I spoke to Chip the other day. He sends his love. And I guess I'm trying to work stuff out. I don't know why I haven't revealed this much stuff on a podcast or a show for ages. It just feels I'm trying to figure out stuff in my head, I guess, and trying to maybe make myself feel a bit better for not going. Here's the thing. I feel, and I know my sister sometimes watches this, and I don't know if she's been in for a while, but if you're here and this makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. I feel that my mum died about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I think, when I became kind of the nurse, when I was looking at, when she had carers going in and it wasn't enough, and I was thinking, right, could I afford for a live-in nurse? Could I afford to get a lift put in her house? Could I afford to? Could I move there? Could I move her to me? Could we buy her? Yeah, well, I was doing all of that, and I would get phone calls from her saying, I'm on the floor, covered in my mess. Can you come and help me? I lived an hour away, and I'd jump in the car and I'd go and do it. So I kind of feel, I don't know if anyone can identify with this. I kind of feel, I always had the pressure that I was the favourite, which is something at the time I leaned into, but even then made me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable now. When my sister passed her driving test, she wasn't allowed to use mum's car. When I did, I was. That's a big one. And even then I thought, oh, fuck, this ain't right. But I've got a car and I'm 17, so I'm going to use it. And I love my sister so dearly. And I've no idea, very little idea, and it's not for me to say what her journey was, but I love her so dearly. And I feel bad that I kind of leaned into that.
Kids are going to kid, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, of course. Totally. And she will have her own baggage that she has dealt with or is dealing with. And my sister have periods of being close and not being close, but, I love her very, very much. And, she means the world to me now. So I hope she isn't offended by me saying this. But I feel like my mum died 25 years ago. The boys will sometimes see pictures of her younger. And I remember Alex saying, oh, I didn't know Nanny Linda used to be able to stand.
Yeah.
That's a big one, man. That's a big one. I am then reminded of the scene, not many people have seen it, the Kids in the Hall movie, Brain Candy, which is very, very hit and miss. I'm reminded of the scene where it's Christmas and the grandmother has got the table that's full, there's decorations up, there's the tree and there's mountains of food, and her son knocks on the door, comes in, coat on, got a baby, got a little kid. Hey, Mum, say hello to Grandma, Merry Christmas. Oh, I've got you. No, we can't stay, we're off to the la la la. And I kind of feel like that. But that's where we are. We're having a laugh tonight, aren't we, guys? Having a laugh.
I think what you said there about feeling like your mum died a long time ago, I think I've heard that before from people whose parents, one or the other, sometimes both, have got an illness that, takes them away. A big chunk of them away.
I tell you why I feel confident saying this, and this will sound weird, right? But... And David Turner's is in the room, he might have gone. The computer game show is without a shadow of the doubt my favourite podcast. I love it. And this week was their 9th year. Imagine that. And it's so good. And I love them. And I'm, very close to David. I'm quite close to James. Not so close to the other guys, but I think they're fucking brilliant, right? And for the show this week, it was supposed to be, the whole show's going to be us responding to listeners' comments. It wasn't. It was about Switch too. But there was a lot of it. And they had loads of email. They get a lot of emails from dads, young dads, or new dads, who don't know the fuck they're doing. So they'll email in for advice. And they get a lot of emails from people saying, you got me through COVID. And we've had a lot of emails from people saying, I bumped into someone, I cannot remember your name, sir, when I went to the cave in Stroud, who said that I had 2 people come up and say they were fans.
That stuff cancels out all the crappy stuff. Right, here's the thing. You were talking earlier about the YouTube comments. Some people just think that that's their default setting. I see something online and I have to say something about it. Okay? I don't, as you know, I do not take criticism from people who aren't doing it themselves. If you don't know, if you've not got the balls to do it, I will not hear you chucking you insults from the shadows. Goodbye. I'm not interested. Because to me, they are not having a go at me as a real person. They don't know me. They're not a real person to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But when you've got people like that who say that we've had a positive impact at a time when they were isolated in whatever reason. And COVID was a weird time, right? We know Stephen Page, those concerts meant so much to us. We'd get food and drinks and are you going in? I'm going in now. And then we'd look, they were great, man. He had 1,000 people at the early ones. It was a night off for us, right? And so that means something. The rest of it's bullshit. The rest of it is someone else barking behind a fence. It's a tiny little Yorkshire Terrier yapping behind a fence. And if you open the fence and went, go on then have a go, they wouldn't dare. Because they've not got it in them. So whatever. But that stuff I think is really important.
I think it is, right? And also the
connection.
The TCGS crew do a Patreon show, which I don't pay for, but I found a link. So I stole a link. So I get it. And in that they talk more about personal shit that's going on for them. Sometimes it's quite heavy shit. And I know that Matt is having a tough time. I have no idea what is going on. But the fact that he wasn't there for their 9th anniversary show, probably something quite heavy. And it kind and listening to their show this week and being reminded of their Patreon show, we made a deliberate decision to pull back from the personal stuff. We made that decision. And I do look back sometimes on the talk radio shows in particular and think, oh, fuck, really? Do I really want to have a breakdown on air? Is that something I want my kids to be aware of?
I never did any of that.
No, you didn't. You're absolutely right. I did.
For my reasons. But my reasons were, when I started presenting shows on the radio, they came along with a stalker.
Yeah.
And so I've always been really careful about the amount of personal stuff I give, because a lot of the stories that I would be telling would be my children's stories, or at the time my husband's stories or my parents' stories, and that's no one else's business, and it's not my business to tell their stories either. But also I was always been really mindful of just keeping that kind of healthy boundary there, because some people don't see it. Some people have no sense for it, do they? And you only need one. And so I think from being very young, and I was quite young when I started presenting shows on the radio, I was in my early 20s, I've just been really careful about that. Really careful. Not because I don't like the people that we speak to on the radio, not that I haven't made actual friends through doing this show, but I am just really careful, because for me, my instinct is that it could be dangerous. I've had people waiting in car parks for me.
You've had that, yeah.
So that's why I've been really careful. But also, I came through as a journalist, and it's
it's
not about
thing.
me.
So in that case, it was me then that made a conscious effort to kind of pull away from that. But the stuff is out there, and I did it, and it is what it is, and some of it helped people, some of it didn't help. Well, I did have a breakdown. I don't fucking want that.
Some people aren't worthy of knowing that stuff. That's the thing I have. As someone that cares about you, not everyone can be trusted with dealing with that, with the privilege of knowing that stuff.
However, I am now softening my attitude towards that and I'm wondering percolating.
Yeah.
Is there not even a halfway point? Is there a quarter way point? And so, in summary, and we're going to end with a fun thing. In summary, what has been going on in regards to what happened to me when I was 8-9 years old has brought up a lot of stuff. Going back into therapy, listening to the TCGS 9-year anniversary and being reminded of their Patreon shows. All of this is helping me think, well, maybe, okay, so I went back completely the other way and now I just fanny about, which is fine. Is there a point between those two extremes that I would be comfortable with, that I would find helpful, and that other people might find helpful and interesting? And it is slightly different because now I'm working as a counsellor, so I have slightly different language and slightly different ideas of what. There we go. I'm thinking out loud. Thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Should we do something fun before?
Go on.
You didn't know that Lee Francis was avid Merrian?
I didn't. I had a temporary. I was not very well the other day. Do you remember?
Hang on a minute. Someone said something. Oh, that's Lee Francis. You went, what?
I reached for Stu Francis, but Lee Francis came through, and I said, "Who's Lee Francis?" And for that moment, I did know it was him, but I did.
No, you didn't.
I did, but I couldn't remember whether his name was Lee.
No, that's not what happened.
It is.
I was there.
I know.
You were out of it.
It was. I had a flipping brain fart for 3 days.
You looked at me and went, "Hang on a minute. Are you saying Lee Francis is avid Merrian?"
No, is that his name? I knew. Listen, I know avid Merrian's not a real person.
What? And finally, in the dying minutes of this show, I've been dying for the last 20 minutes, but I listened. I had 5 Live, my cartoon to 5 Live, because I had a very exciting email yesterday at 5:30 from a producer of Drive Time saying, "Iain, we're doing a show about Pulp's new album, but someone's mentioned the man from Del Monte. Would one of them come on?" Oh, yes, they will. Big show in Manchester Saturday. So my radio's tuned to 5 Live. However, today I was in the car and I was listening to Drive on 5 Live, and they said, I don't quite remember where this came from. They said, right, okay, so we are looking for your cake stories. So give us a call with your cake stories. Maybe you have a bad cake story like this. And they played a bit of MacArthur Park.
Someone left a cake out in the rain.
And someone
sweet green icing.
Or maybe you had a good cake story like this. What song did they play?
Sweet Like Chocolate?
No. It's Cake.
Cake by the Ocean.
Yeah, you got it.
That's not about cake, though. That's about bottoms.
It's about anal sex on the beach.
No, it's about
imagine if it played Cake by the Ocean. Here we go.
Big juicy bums.
Oh, where?
It's my final word on the matter.
Hang on a minute. The song, I've lost the alarm, but we're going to find the song that was being played on the alarm. It was the... Oh, my God, it was this.
There's no bloom. Now that... Summertime. That's not the Isley Brothers. Who's this?
Summer Breeze, Seals and Crofts.
Oh.
Summer Breeze.
That was on the Dorothy Perkins tape when I used to work in the shop. That went round 3 times. Home time
Guys,
for me.
if you want to hear the Dorothy Perkins story, you have to sign up to patreon.com/Iain and Catherine. Thank you very much for listening. Chowsy chow chows. Absolute bunch of... We're in, guys.
I don't want to put this in. I don't want to do it.
I don't want to lose the feeling I get when I hold you. Let's open up Skype.
Yeah, do it. Do
Last
it.
few weeks.
Do it.
Oh, where's our picture gone? Oh, no, it's there. I'm not going to miss Skype when it's gone. I'm not going to miss it. I will be pleased when Skype is gone. I will be pleased for its demise. I will be dancing on the graves of the Skype tech team.
Oh.
What?
That's not the team's fault,
So
is it?
I found this page on Facebook. It's simultaneously the greatest thing ever. It's also the worst thing ever. Ian, why is it the worst thing? Well, I don't like racism
Oh.
or people or I was going to say I don't like wanking. I don't like racism, and it's quite a racist page. Now, it's a little organisation. They're called the British Nationalist Party.
Oh, hell no.
No. It's not that. So I found it, right?
I bet it's not just racist.
But
let's continue.
It's bloody horrible, actually. However, magical things happen on there. The page is called Photoshop Me. And people post pictures and go, could you do this to me, please? And people do it. Now, I asked you to give me a picture, didn't I?
Yeah, given the conversation we've just had about privacy and, I'm starting to regret this decision.
No, you're not.
Have they put, like, 3 tits on me or something?
No. All right, should we go straight to your one?
Yeah.
Let's go straight to your one. Right, so, and once I've downloaded, I'm going to delete this. Don't worry, your picture won't stay up there, I promise. And Matt Hartley is the guy I need to thank, because Matt Hartley, make sure you can't see any things. Yeah. Matt Hartley has done loads of these for me. So I put, please make it look like my partner Catherine is getting married to a cat and Taylor Swift is singing to the cat.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I've got to, hang on. How do I make it?
Who's that? That's not me.
No. It's AI. Goodness sakes. How do I make it big again?
Bigger still.
How do I do that?
Get rid of that bit.
What? I can't get rid of that bit. That's the... Oh, it's just moved it over there. If I click on... Hang on. What? Hang on. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. No. Hang on.
Post. No.
Hang on. I want to make this big. If I close it, I've lost this forever.
No.
I've lost it forever! Can I go back? There it is. How do I...
Click on the picture.
No, but it doesn't make it big. It doesn't make... It does that.
Why don't you... Stop.
Don't look.
I'm looking.
All right. How do I do it?
Click on the boxes at the top.
Oh, but it won't give you the side.
Pull it out the side. Now make it bigger still. Oh,
it doesn't
no, it won't.
work.
Oh, is it... No, it's not that.
I'll see if I shake it, can I catch it? Guys, does anyone know...
Have a look in the chat a bit.
I'm going to the chat. Does anyone know... I don't want people seeing my emails. Does anyone know...
How do you do that?
How you do that? No, bum cake.
Bum cake. Thanks very much for all sorts. Very
bum
useful.
Cake. Hang on a minute. We're going to find it. It's there. It's just
Are you zoomed in, says Paul Dixon. No.
Oh, can we... No, whatever I do... Oh.
Oh, no.
Whatever I do...
Paul Dixon, no, he's not zoomed in. Any suggestions?
All right, we'll just have to see it tiny in the corner, which is not quite so impressive. But, okay, so my partner Catherine getting married to a cat, Taylor Swift is singing to the cat. Here we go. That's quite cute, right?
Yeah.
But then I thought, you look so beautiful in that photo.
It's not me. Oh, that one.
The one that's
the real
you.
One.
Yeah, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Right, but we're gonna.
That was Christmas.
We're gonna delete that now, so people don't deserve you.
No.
Right, so there was that. I did do another one. I'll show the ones with me in a bit. I was having the time of my freaking life. How do I get to... I've got to go through my old comments. Hold my old responses. Hold the line. Hold the line. Is it that? Here we go. This is good. So I said, can you replace me, the man, with Paul McCartney, but he's like really high?
Okay.
You got this. That's nice, right?
What's happened to me, though?
Someone's written oddly specific. It's my fetish. Ideally, it's McCartney from 1966. All right, so they're kind of cute. All right, I'll be honest, there wasn't much uptake on yours. However, uptake aplenty on mine. Let me get to the new pictures from Facebook file. Let's have a little look at these. Open. There we go. We're in. Oh, how's the folder empty? What the hell is going on? Where did... Maybe they're in my downloads, guys, because I got some good ones done. I've got them on my phone if needs be. This might be one. Okay.
Oh my God.
So I posted. Let's find the picture that I posted. This was so much fun. I've got to go back quite far. It's all Man from Del Monte. Went over. Photoshop that. Okay, so I posted this picture and I said, hello, today I'm sad. I wasn't. Please make me look happy and surround me with cats. Thank you.
Yeah,
so some of them are shit.
Oh gosh, they're the scary ones.
Yeah. And then some are like this. That's great, right?
Yeah.
I like that one. There are better ones. This is another Matt Hartley. Big fan of my work. Look at this.
Oh, the teeth.
Look at those cats. Oh, my God. Look at that. There's some shit pictures. Fuck knows who that is. There's a shit picture. Actually, those cats are great. I'd love that. That one's interesting.
That's really good.
Is that a Jimbo? Oh, look,
teeth.
there's George.
Yeah.
There's George. This is great. I love this one. This is brilliant, right?
Yep. That
Totally,
should be
yeah.
your new profile picture.
It is. It's going to be. And then, I did have a couple more. 2 more. I had so much fun. Let me find downloads. I had 2 more. It's not PDF. It's not PDF or
I'm
PNG.
very impressed at the maturity level of that place because it would be so easy to put a crying cactus near your head. Or maybe not.
You don't want to look too much on that page.
Okay.
I'm following it. Oh, where is it? Hold the line, please, caller. Oh, here we go. So, I can't remember what I put for this. I think I said, can you just make this exciting and make it look like I'm in the Beatles or something? But no one really went for that. But I've got 2 of these, right? This is the first. So that's Lucy Apples. Here's the first one. That's great, right? But there's a better one. Let me. It's 8. So that means it's probably this. Oh, this is brilliant, man. But this is where you think, yeah, internet. I'm totally up for the internet.
Internet.
Here we go. Look at this. Oh, it's the same one. It's the same one. So is it you? No. Don't tell me I've lost it. I've lost it, haven't I? It's worth. All right. No, it's. I'm gonna have to go to my emails. So what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to go to my emails, and find it. Please bear with me, dear listener.
These are not technicals. This is just admin.
Oh, we don't have technicals anymore.
No.
It's all sorted. We're off to Manchester tomorrow. Manchester, la la la. Manchester, la la la.
I know I've not told my aunties.
Oh God, no, don't.
We're not there long enough.
They can come to the gig if they want.
I don't think it's their scene.
You're going to meet the band, the man from Del Monte. They're really looking forward to meeting you.
Very exciting.
I got a feeling tomorrow they're going to say, thanks for your help, we found another manager. I've just got that vibe.
Oh, right.
I've just got that vibe.
Is that why they're looking forward to me being there?
It could be, to soften the
stem
blow.
the tears.
It could be. We'll see. Let me see. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? I'm not going to be able to find it, and it was the best one. No, it's not that. Is it this one?
Oh, yeah.
Oy, oy, oy. Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Where did it go? Where do you go? I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh, well. It's not the end of the world.
Describe it. What did it do?
I ended up riding a motorbike with Lucy Apples on my head.
Oh, that's good. But it's probably not safe.
Got it.
Oh.
Forward. Late night alternative.
Who's smashing those likes? Someone's smashing those likes.
That's not likes, that's hearts. It's different.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's not.
It's the same.
It's not the
It's the
same.
same. Someone's doing it again, look.
Yeah, there's the hearts. It's not the same. Hello. 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 There we go. So one more. This is, I think, is my favourite.
Here it comes.
It's coming. Bottom left. It's coming.
Here it comes. There it is.
Oh. There we go. Don't pause.
Oh.
Oh, I've ruined the magic. Here we go. Look, you're the Motorbike with me! Isn't that brilliant? That's my favourite of all of them.
But what if you've got a hunchback, or is that a cape, or what? What's going on?
I think
there?
it's like I've got pillows on my back so that she's safe.
Okay.
And I should really look at the road a bit.
You should.
I like the shoes I'm wearing there.
They're like desert boots, aren't
Yeah.
they? But in a taupe.
I'm like Charlie Boardman and
other
young
one.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I liked that. That
The
was
bike thing.
Yeah.
I interviewed him on Loose Ends about that.
I really enjoyed that. That was the sort of start of the quite wealthy blokes go on holiday and we'll watch phase of television that doesn't seem to have ended.
They're back. They're back doing another one.
Oh, are they?
But in England.
I might watch that though because I do like them.
He was a nice guy. He was a nice guy. The page is called, I'm leaving it now, Photoshop That. It's quite racist.
Okay.
So we go, leave group, leave group, leave group, leave group,
That'll do.
leave group.
I'm back on Blue Sky. I'm back.
Yeah, it's nice to have you there. Good.
I quite like just being on there. Do you remember like old Twitter? You used to be able to just put just silly little musings on there. That's what I'm going to do. There's a lot of politics and stuff on there. That's cool. And occasionally I may have a dabble. But for the most part, it's just having a chat with nice people.
I've deleted my Twitter account.
Well, yeah.
Hold fire. You get 30 days. And what I will probably do is go in, log in and reset that 30 days because I never know when I might... I've got 93,000 followers. It's probably about 40 once you take the bots out.
I logged in for the first time in ages today because I needed to send Ruth Husko a message. But apart from that, I am out,
Yeah,
I think.
no, it's good. And also I was going to post... I mean, I've posted stuff on Blue Sky. It's a little barren there, so it's nice to see you join in.
It is. It's
'cause
tumbleweeds.
I do quite fancy you.
Oh! This is also sudden.
And her youngest says, and so Ringo, we've got Ringo to thank for that. And I was going to post something earlier, and I just thought, why? I don't want to. I don't need to. But it's like there's another picture of the cats, and I just thought, I don't need to post it. And I tell you what's prompted that is Stephen Page liked a post on Insta, so I saw it, and it was some guy, and it was talking about ditching your phone for a day. And about how even reading that is probably making you anxious. And if you ditched it for a day, you would still feel it vibrating in your pocket as though you had a text. You would still reach for it to Google something. You would still think you could hear it ringing. You would still, go to grab it because you had to look something up. And I was reading this and I thought, fuck me.
It's true.
Going without a phone for a day, mobile phone for a day, it's a really simple thing, but actually I've made it in my head so difficult and actually so anxiety inducing. So and how silly I'm saying, so I'm going to do it at some point in the future. I'm going to go a whole day without my mobile phone. Well, fuck it. What the fuck is the challenge in that? But in my head, it's a big challenge. Mm-hmm. So, and I probably couldn't find it again. It was I started following the guy, and then he was a little bit boring, so I unfollowed. And I know people go, but you're reading it on Insta. Well, you can still get the message across on that medium. I had an invitation to follow. Oh dear. Something. Where was it?
I've been sleeping terribly. last night was the first night I've slept through for about a week. I've been waking up virtually on the dot 3 o'clock every single morning and not being able to go back to sleep. At one point, a couple of nights ago, I woke up at 3, did not fall asleep again till 6. That's no good for anyone.
That ain't no way to treat a lady.
No, but I've really not been very well at all. Anyway, so that's my way of apologising for yawning on this occasion. Yeah, I'm always yawning. I'm sorry. It's not that I find you dull or boring or anything like that. I'm just really tired a lot of the time. It's been a nice week not being at school. I have been thinking about it a little bit. I did manage to finish my college work before the half term, so I've not had to do anything like that, and I've been feeling very jammy and smug about it. But actually what it turned out was that I'd made room to be ill for 3 days and lie in bed. But that's still good, isn't it? To have the space to be able to do that. And I probably needed to do that too. So that's what I've been up to. But yeah, the sleeplessness is a weird one. It's a really weird one. Why did I think of that? Because I got a new phone, right? And so having the phone again that I'm trying to get used to and stuff like that, I've been more connected to the phone, and probably that might have been why I did not go to sleep until 6 o'clock, because I had that there in my room, and I need to not do that anymore. I think maybe we all need a little rethink of our discipline when it comes to phones.
Yeah,
I'm always preaching to the girls, and then I'm scrolling in bed as well.
I'm doing it now as you're talking, and I'm aware of what it looks like. The enforced downfall of Twitter is a really healthy thing, actually, and I'm glad it's happened. I'm just flicking through this.
And what happened with me is because I changed my phone, then I couldn't get my passwords and stuff, and it was quite tricky to get back into Twitter, and then they were being odd. And so I was just thinking, maybe this is the natural way we part company forever, and I won't miss it because I don't. It's not the place I recognise. It's the place I feared it was when I joined, and then I got comfortable, and then things started to go pear-shaped, and I think I'm out. Unless, like I say, I need to message wicked people like Ruth Husko, who is still largely on there. But the good old days of Twitter. Who would have thought? I was talking to Sheila Fogarty about it a couple of weeks back.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, because she was talking about, I don't know, I got my job through Twitter, of course.
You did, yeah, you did.
And you've had jobs through Twitter.
I've had jobs through Twitter. I got to go to Hawaii because of MySpace.
Yeah.
I got to go to Hawaii twice.
So there's been enough nuggets of gold in there to make it worthwhile, but it's not really recognisable anymore, is it?
No.
I don't think I've had more engagement on Blue Sky when there's very few people there, and I've got 1,000 followers than I had with 15,000 followers on Twitter.
I've stalled at 2.4. I don't give a shit.
I'm cool with it. I found that the bigger the follower count grew, the more likely you were to get a knobhead in there.
Well, that's a little dig at me. I can.
That's not a dig at you. It's not a dig at you.
I can't find it. Anyway, it was interesting.
Oh, and Visionary, I've started reading again. So Visionary saying I read a book and done laundry.
What book you read?
I am reading Akala's Natives. And I've got a couple more lined up.
That book was recommended by Rhythmic Paul about 6 years ago.
I know, but I've not been reading.
Since
lockdown, I used to read.
Yeah.
All the time, like really, really fast. My degree, my A-levels.
Fast reader. I was attracting me to you.
I was reading maybe 2 books a week at one point. And since lockdown, I don't know whether it's lockdown and kids or whatever it was, but my concentration levels have gone down. Probably the phone as well. I'm going to be honest. Probably the phone as well. My concentration levels been going down.
That's happened. Lockdown did a lot of damage to people in that respect.
Honestly, my concentration. I can't sit and watch a TV show without jumping up.
Well, I'm frequently, when I'm at yours, telling you to just stop. You don't need to make me a coffee. The kids are fine. There's no point in hoovering now.
But my mum used to be like that. My dad used to go, she's on patrol again.
Right.
She would chasing the perimeter.
You need to learn.
To chill out. I know. It's all going to still be ready and waiting for me when it's finished.
It's never done.
No.
That's the thing. It's never done. So don't.
But I feel like because I'm the only grown-up in the house, I feel like I'm neglecting things if I don't sort it out.
Yeah.
And I know I'll forget. I put some things up on Vinted for the first time in ages today and was disgusted by the state of my floorboards.
Oh.
Not floorboards, what are they called?
Wainscoting.
Skirting boards. I hadn't noticed. They needed a good old wipe over.
I'm getting this room painted.
Yeah, I need mine decorating something chronic. Anyway.
I read a really good book. I'm a big fan. Well, I'm a fan of the first album by the Rocking Birds. Right? I saw them at the Old Trout, and Alan Tyler has written a really, really good book about how not to write a hit song, or how to not write a hit song. I like stories of the underdog. I like stories of also-rans nearly made it. I like stories about people wasting their talent, which he admits he doesn't, but a lot of drinking and fighting and stuff going on. And it was a really interesting read. And then the last 20 pages, it goes fucking nuts. It goes nuts out of nowhere. Right, so it's this soft, gentle, Camden, North London country singer. Out of he's talking about doing all these There's a weird bit of the bit where near the beginning where he's doing something with like this sort of socialist housing group, and there's a weird bit about the NF where I think,
Why are they involved?
It's just a little thing, and I thought, why are you not sounding as anti-NF as I thought? Anyway, in the last 20 pages, out of nowhere, goes on a big old anti-trans rant. Out of nowhere! And just literally comes out of nowhere. And now, of course, you got people, you know, there's two genders, and if you argue that there are only two genders, which there are, then people will come at you. And it's like, what the fuck? And then he does like a sort of pro-Brexit thing. What the fuck? And then he talks about being like then he talks about, then I became Christian and I joined a Christian dating app. But he's like full proper fire and brimstone stuff, proper full on. And he went out on a date with someone who used to be an indie star, doesn't mention her name, who's also Christian, and she asks him about his Christianity, and he talks about being a full on Christian, and she goes, "Nah, that's not enough."
Oh right.
Oh, and he agrees, and of course we expect our hero, well, not heroes, but we expect artists that we admire to have the same background, political leanings.
We think we would get on.
We think we'd get on. Would I fuck? Would I fuck? I would do no such thing. And I'm going to be really vague here. We're going to be really vague. But someone who we once had on the show a million years ago, a nice person, and, you know, we're going to be really vague here. We had someone that came on the show a couple of times as sort of a guest and would talk about some writing that they were doing, right? And they would write these really nice, quirky articles about people on the fringes, right? And I forgot about this person, really nice person. And I think they wanted me to go on their podcast at the time. And I said, oh, no, I'm not doing anything like that. Anyway, so this writer, and I thought, I wonder what happened to this writer, Mr. Smith. I'll Google him. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He's online agreeing with Graham Linehan. Is that his name? Mm-hmm. Oh, he's writing these articles where he's interviewing Jim Davison about being silenced.
No, you can't say anything these days.
Can't say anything these days. He's interviewing Katie Hopkins. Is all of these people. He'll write a piece on Belfield, I bet you. And his blog, I guess you can monetize a blog, and he's on TikTok as well. I'm being deliberately vague, right? I mean, his TikToks, I saw one that had 1.4 million views. That's dollar. And I just thought, wow, you really went there. You really went there. You really went there. And it makes me sad. And it also makes me think that someone else who, again, I'm not going to give no names, no patron, who I used to be quite on friendly terms with, I think, and you know who I'm talking about, I think they are as well, but they're biting their tongue a little bit better. Here's the thing. and I heard this on the computer game show. They sometimes get people going, I listen to your show to hear about computer games, not your woke pro-trans agenda.
Wow.
Keep it out, otherwise. One of them was like, it was a review. We don't want to hear that stuff. 3 stars. 3 stars. It's still 3 stars is a decent score. Here's the thing. It was James Farley. You're right, David. Here's the thing. If you're listening to this and you subbed up to our Patreon and you're... and David gave a very similar speech, but I'm going to steal it. And you are anti-trans or you're biphobic or you're homophobic or you think Trump is a great guy doing great stuff, unsubscribe. Honestly, we don't need your £3.99 that much. Really. We don't.
No.
I would like to show you some pornography.
Is it going to be like an Atari or something? Or is it going to be...
It's fucking hardcore shit, baby.
It's going to be an Atari.
What I want you to do is I want you to hold your hands out like this and close your eyes. I'm not going to put a willy or a sausage or anything like that in your hands. I won't put a living thing in your hands. I'm going to put porn in your hands. I want you to hold it and finger it and tell me what it is. It's nothing bad. I swear to you. It is nothing bad. Hands out. Eyes closed. I'm getting it. It's under here. You're going to love... It's not for you. All right? This is for me.
If it's in my hands, it's mine. Oh, I know exactly what this bad boy is.
Go on.
That is a brand new Moleskine. Oh, and it's got the elastic Moleskine notebook.
Bend it a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's soft backed. Open your eyes. Oh, it's green.
Oh, my favourite.
It's not yours.
I've got a pen that goes with this.
I treated myself to this. I get these Amazon cheap versions of it with hardback, and as you know, I'm not using Amazon. And I thought, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to treat myself to a nice Moleskine. I'll let you take the wrapper off if you want.
No, I can't do that.
No.
You don't touch another man's brand new Moleskine.
Exciting. I've not had a Moleskine for years and years and years.
Love those. To be honest, I like them a little bit smaller and a little bit fatter. But you know, horses for courses, isn't it? I also will never write on the front page. Never.
You're a terrible... Look, oh, God, look at this. Isn't it feel...
Can I have a little...
You can have a little gone.
Oh, my God.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, my... Oh, so floppy.
Isn't it beautiful?
Actually, there is something to be said for like this.
Yeah. I like floppy because I like floppy.
Yeah.
Which is good for me these days. It's good, isn't it?
Has it got a pocket?
No.
Has it got...
I don't like...
I
don't like... Has it got stickers? What is that? You've won £1 million.
Quality control.
Keep that in there. I need to be reminded.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's good, isn't it? Okay,
yeah.
Don't bend the pages. Don't bend the pages.
Bend the pages.
Oh, it feels.
Welcome to the Stationery Perverts
Club. I thought I'd
Club.
treat myself. I haven't had a Moleskine for years.
You know, Little had a surprise delivery this morning.
Oh, go on.
Very specific. Uniball, fat, tipped, roller gel pens. Mwah.
Did you order them?
I ordered them.
As a surprise?
Yes.
Oh, she'd have been thrilled.
They were outside her bedroom and she got up at about 10:30 this morning.
It's Easter holidays.
And I was very surprised to see her so early, to be honest. But she actually stepped over them and I went, "Did you not see your surprise delivery?" No, what? Oh my God, are you really? Is it really? Oh my goodness. 12, a brand new rollerball pens, her very favourite. That is how we rollerball in my house.
Pauly D has had a go at one of the... Oh, she'll be thrilled by that.
She was, honestly, you'd think I'd bought her a Taylor Swift album. Oh, what's happening here?
So Pauly D has done this. Let's have a little look at what we've got. First of all, that's a great picture.
Who's that?
Why am I having a wank? There's so much in there.
Explaining to do.
Where did you get that film from, Paul? That was a private
Cat party.
film. That young lady lives under my pillows. Oh my God, she's beautiful. My God, who's that bloke? Lucy Apples has turned into a man. I didn't see him.
So what's happening with your bottom teeth there? Wait till they appear. Ooh,
right, first of all,
you got top teeth on the bottom.
I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. No.
No.
I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning into a man. I don't like Lucy Apples turning Oh, look. He's like the Batman, the Catman. Or... Okay, so then we go along a bit.
Is he supposed to be a beetle?
I think they're supposed to
Is
be...
he strumming my arm? Is
That's
that
not
supposed to be
you.
me? Who is that?
I don't know, but I like her. I like her. That's totally my type.
What's happening there with your mouth? Your mouth did a funny thing.
Oh, I look like one of those... Well, it looks like Barry from what... I look like one of those people that has
All right,
to eat
don't...
from a
Yeah,
tube.
yes, you do.
Well, I do.
I don't like that hand movement.
I am fat at the moment, but fucking hell, mate.
Cats.
That is actually... This is insane. It's got the recording equipment there.
Is that... Okay.
Well, as you know, that is an actual... The prompt was zoom out to reveal John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison and Ringo Starr having a great time. Party, fun, wild, add some extra cats. Some of these AI things struggle with the Beatles. Some of them dive straight in. Some of them dive straight into the Beatles.
And some of them freestyle like that. I don't know really what that was.
I love it. I love it. I love... Oh, so I'm not using Amazon, right? It's my political decision. So, and I normally order the cat food from Amazon because it's cheaper and I've got a shitload of cats.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm prepared to pay a little bit more and wait a little bit more. Prepared to do that as principles. So I found a website, it's like some pet food delivery website, right? And I ordered the food. And after 4 days, it still hadn't come. And I got a bit angry. I went, no, that's part of the deal.
Yeah.
That's part of the deal.
You've got to be put out a little bit.
And then I got an email today saying it's coming today. And then I got an email today saying, nah, it might be tomorrow. And I thought, why? What? And the email was from Amazon Delivery. So they've used Amazon. Or is Amazon Delivery separate from Amazon?
Amazon Delivery is like every or yodel now. You don't know when they're going to pop up.
Fucking hell.
I remember when my heart used to sink when it was a yodel.
Oh,
now that's not the worst case scenario.
Yodel's pretty good compared to the others. Yodel and Every turns out all right. So it's interesting, isn't it? You should get back on Amazon. I just find it interesting. I've never made a political stand before, and this is in the if you got all of the beaches, not the ones with pebbles. You know why they've got pebbles on the beach? The council put them there so you don't spend more than an hour on the beach. Did you know that? That's what David's stupid mate Sean said on their show once. Oh yeah, the beaches with pebbles, they're man-made and they're put there so that people don't spend too long on the beaches. It's like, what? Yeah. No, it's not. It depends where it is.
Which council in which town doesn't want people to spend loads of time there?
It just depends where it is in relation to the country as to what gets blown up on the beach. So if you put all of the sandy beaches in the world together, and even the ones that they put up in cities sometimes that are shit, that dogs shit in. Oh my God. Sometimes kids shit in them. Your daughter pissed in a bookstore and your dad ran away with her.
On the slide, the Wet Bandit story.
If you put all of that sand together, not builder's sand.
Waterstones, Milton Keynes, by the way.
Not builder's sand.
I think they've given it a wipe over since.
My political stance against Amazon and Twitter is but one grain. Hey, Google. How many grains of sand are there in the world, not including builder's sand? You want to know this? It'd be interesting.
I don't like number facts.
Why?
Boring.
Hey, Google. Hey, Google.
Also, you can't disprove it.
Hey, Google.
How do you know? You've got to take some
How many grains of sand are there in the world?
It don't know.
It does.
According to TikTok,
Right.
When are we going to listen to that?
Right, I want you to guess. And you've got to be within... I'll give you...
3.
I will give you within the nearest... Hang on a minute.
4.
Hey, Google. How many grains of sand are there in the world?
5.
Right. Oh. I will give you within the nearest quintillion.
Yep. 5.
It's 7 quintillion 500 quadrillion. They just made those words up.
Told you.
Or 7 quintillion, 500 quadrillion grains.
Is her batteries run out? Is it?
She's bored of this question too. What are you going to do with that information? It's pointless.
David says, when I was 4, excuse me. Well, let's read it as though he's 41.
When I was 41, was on a beach, spelled like the tree.
Your tree, yeah.
I needed the toilet, and my dad told me to hold it. They was upset because he later saw me walking around with my shit.
My shit?
In my hands. Genuine true story.
Genuine true story.
Wow. That's like when you told your kid, well, similar to when you told your kid
the swimming pool.
To wee in the pool, yeah.
His own poor little Kim, I don't know, 6, mate, 5, 6. And he's on his guitar. He says, sorry, just wee in the pool. So he stood up on the edge and started to pull his, you could see his willy! Started to pull his trunks out.
Like the mannequin piss.
Oh my God. I really don't think Jonathan Pye is funny.
Oh.
I think he's shit. He doesn't care what I think. What
was the connection? Shit.
Oh, I'll tell you exactly what the connection was if you want.
Oh.
Paedophile statues.
Yowza.
Naked, a statue of a man holding a naked boy. You've heard about the paedophile statue, right?
Yep.
BBC are fucking stupid, right? If someone says, you know that picture of a bloke holding a naked, it's made by a paedophile, BBC should go, oh, fuck, is it? All right, we'll get rid of it.
Take that down, we'll get a new thing. And we'll
Instead, they've put protective stuff around it. I don't know if is it because it's a listed building they can't move it? That might be it. But the BBC...
He wasn't just a pedo, was he? He interfered with the dog as well.
They don't have a great record of dealing with this shit. This is your one chance to go, oh, fuck, yeah, we'll get rid of it. Well, do you know what? And if we get in trouble because it's a listed building, we're the BBC.
No.
We'll make a panorama about it.
Instead, they put a protective barrier around it.
And the only reason I know about that story is because I, unfortunately, had the misfortune to hear a little bit of Call Jonathan Pye on Radio 4. And he was doing a pretend phone-in, which is nowhere near as good as two things. A real phone-in or the excellent...
Down the line.
Dave will call you back in a bit. Or the excellent down the line, right? And you know what, the thing that separates it from those? Oh, fucking this and fuck it. I heard 6 fuckings. Oh, okay. Right, okay. So no one else is allowed to say a fucking on BBC radio, right? Maybe you can get away with one in a play. I've heard C's. But
on Radio 4, yeah, they explain it.
No one else can do a comedy show. We go, fucking this and fucking that and fucking this, right? No one can do that, but you can. You, Jonathan Pye, can do it, right? Is it? Not funny. Shit. This is Jonathan Pye. Well, the thing is about the government, they're fucking stupid. I'll shove this up your fucking arse. Rwanda, I'll stick it in your bell end.
My God.
That's his act, though.
I've never heard it.
It's shit. Jimbo says, I'm trying to call in, but Skype keeps telling me my connection is too...
No stars, Bass Bamming Boy.
Who says that?
That's Babbing Boy.
Where?
I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
It's like that was what's going to be on his poster. Jonathan Pye.
It's fucking awful.
But you might like it. If you like it, then.
If you like it, no. Right, we're going to call David Doggington. Right, let me get rid of this because we don't want
the DDF.
There's no phone numbers there. No phone numbers. We're good. All right. Do you remember DDR?
DDR.
Do you remember the DDR?
Deutsche Republic.
I wish we still had DDR. We learned all about DDR and then they closed DDR. DDR. Da.
Oh,
now
no, he's keeping us hanging on. Come on, Dave, dog face.
Oh, it's Skype.
The connection.
It's
yeah.
Skype that's doing it.
It's technical.
Harsh has you've never heard of Jonathan Pye?
Never heard of the Pie Man.
Well, yeah, that's what he means.
Yeah.
Right, we'll try one more.
Dave is unavailable.
Oh,
Dave is emotionally unavailable. That's not connecting, is it? I reckon.
Oh, I did, and I bottled it. All right, let's go again. It got there, and I bottled it. Sound will be going soon, guys. Dave?
Pick it up, Les.
Pick it up, please.
Here he is.
Well, I forgot the video.
He snuck into someone's house. Look, it's not meant to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's waiting
They've
behind
got
Olive
little
King's
plates, I'm
sofa to
after it.
hopefully see her in a slip.
Oh, yeah. Hello, David. Oh,
Gone.
It's gone. He doesn't want us to see him. We can't hear you either if you're talking.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Good. Well, you can't see me, so that's just as well.
Okay, you having a wank?
My
Okay, don't answer that question. What you got?
I don't know. Just say hello. It's been a while.
It's been a little while.
What have I seen recently? The Who. I went to see The Who. That was very good.
Yeah, is Roger
You ever
Doctor a
found-
miserable git still?
He is a bit. Yeah.
Did he swing
But
his
his voice
microphone
is-
around?
Yeah. Did that.
Good.
Yeah.
Tough
did all
guy
that.
style. Tough guy style.
But his voice is in really good condition. I'm really surprised. Because I heard sort of bootlegs from about 10 years ago, and he really was going, but somehow he's recovered it and just turned
Brexit.
81.
But it's Brexit, isn't it?
Yeah,
You voted for Brexit, he's got it.
Brexit
time
bonus, he got his voice back.
Last time I heard him speaking, he had sort of loose teeth. Has he managed to get those secured?
No, I couldn't. Have you ever sat in the choir seats at the Royal Albert Hall? Basically behind the stage.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah. Well, you sat there. Brilliant.
Yeah, I was sat there, and it's really interesting to see a gig from there.
Yeah, I bet.
It's when they did like Pinball Wizard and everyone sang along. You had 6,000 people and you could hear them sing. It was immaculate up there.
Yeah, I've always wanted to sit there. I remember when we went to see that play that you held up the second act for because you were having a shit, Catherine.
I was not having a shit. I was wearing a jumpsuit.
There were people
It's a lot
sat
of
on the
buttons.
stage, isn't it?
There were.
I'd love that. But I would not be able to resist getting up. Forsooth, sitter!
They had that at I went to see Hamlet at Windsor. You know, they had
Yes.
it with Ian McKellen. And
That's the
everything.
one.
There
That was the
people-
one.
That was the one.
Yeah,
Catherine
there
held
were
up the
people
second
that
act
stayed for
because
that.
she was having a tom tit.
I was not having a tom tit. Those toilets, right, are tiny. There was a lot. The women were waiting for ages and ages and ages. Of course, blokes straight in and out, right?
The cast and the theatre were waiting for ages and ages for
I
you.
was the back of the queue, and I was wearing a jumpsuit, so I was the last one. I was desperately trying to do all my buttons up in time, and they did wait, but
They did.
And
It
Ian
was
McKellen was
5
just-
minutes
they
late.
should sort their facilities out.
It's an old
shall
theatre
not
from the
pass.
1500s.
I shall not pass. They could have started.
but yeah, when I saw it, someone dropped their bottle of water and like rolled across the stage.
Oh,
Fucking
That would totally be
but
you.
of course, sitting there, they couldn't see the ghost because the ghost was up on the balcony on the gantry above them. So
Oh, it's like when I went to see Basil Brush there, and we got a box. And we could apparently, you know, when Basil Brush is doing his thing, there's a bloke
Yeah.
behind him crouching
No.
down, and the kids are
No.
going, "Who's that?" I went, "Oh,
ready
he's
to
just
catch him.
It's just his assistant. It's just his
Yeah.
assistant. It's fine."
you ever seen that clip of is it Fozzie and Kermit when they're doing some award ceremony and Fozzie goes sort of, you know, don't look down.
Oh,
There's this guy underneath us. He goes,
waka waka. He does that,
and
doesn't he?
Kermit goes, yeah, we're puppets. He goes, what?
Oh, yeah, a whole existential
Yeah, exactly.
thing for the Fosmeister.
Yeah. And Wednesday, I went to the IMAX to see the new John Lennon documentary.
Yes, and I tried to tell Ian about that, and he was like,
No.
"Oh, it's the same thing that's been out for ages."
No, I did. That's
No,
not what I
yeah,
said.
you
No,
did.
no.
Oh, is it a
Everyone be
shit
quiet.
Is it
Everyone.
called, here's what he said. Is it called 1-to-1? Because it's about a shit concert. It
Right.
was shit then.
Okay. No.
And I've
right.
seen it.
Listen, I gave you the grace to back down about the Avid Merian thing, despite what you said being absolute bollocks, because that's not what happened the other day. But I had the grace to back down. And I know what I said about that. I said that concert is shit. It's famously shit. Shit band, shit songs, and fucking Yoko singing. I like Yoko. I don't like it when she sings with John Lennon, right? It's famously shit. What I didn't know at the time is
Listen
because
to me.
no. I said,
were
is
doing
it?
this.
I said, is it that concert? You went, yeah. I went, well, it's shit.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
You said, "Is it called 1-to-1?" I
Yeah.
said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And before I could finish this part, he was doing that.
Yeah, right. But I've since found out. No thanks to you because you didn't tell
finish
me.
my sentence.
You told me it was about the. You told me it was the concert. That actually, the
You told
film.
me- you told me it was
the
about it.
film.
You told me.
The film is not the film of the concert. It's a film about the concert. Yes, I'll watch that. I will, as someone who watched the VHS of it in the 90s, I will never, ever watch the one-to-one concert or listen to the album ever again.
It's not even about the concerts.
So what now?
Sort of their first year in New York. So
then why is it called one-to-one if it's not about the concert?
Because that's the sort of spine that runs through it. But
David, I would like you to give me a 6-word review. 6 words, no fewer, no more.
Okay.
Of the one-to-one concert, not the film you've just seen. The concert. 6 words.
A bit like you, I saw it on VHS in the 90s.
Well, that's loads of words. You've already run out.
Yeah.
Awful,
bar band.
Awful bar band.
Yeah.
Or is awful in it?
Awful sound mix.
Awful sound mix. There we go. Perfect. Yeah.
But they remixed the sound and they scrubbed that image up to its... So it's sort of based there because Lennon, this is the way the director got into it, was Lennon said when he first stayed in New York, they went into 2-room flat in New York, and all he did was watch television a lot. So he just watch television, surf the channels. So it sort of follows that. So you get bits of John and Yoko in.
Myself then something just happened. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Something.
Yeah, I thought you would. All that shouting.
No, something.
Have a prolapse.
I may have to go upstairs. Sorry, carry on, David.
Yeah, they were. So you get bits of adverts and you get news stuff about Vietnam, and then you get clips of Abby Hoffman and
Pause. Why are you giving me the look?
Maybe you should go to the toilet.
Why?
Because you don't look comfortable.
I don't feel comfortable.
Go to the loo.
I'm just reading. We missed Fiona's comment. My daughter did a poo in Blenheim Palace Maze once. I
threw up at the Savoy.
Give us your cake story.
On an annoying boyfriend.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Okay, so the film is. I heard one of the director or one of the creators being interviewed on a Beatles podcast, and it sounds decent. I don't know if I'll see it on Hooky.
Well, the thing I took away from it, because I saw it last year. Part of the London
you had. I knew you'd spoken about it before. Okay,
saw it last year, but this was at the IMAX the other night, and it was, really great. But the thing that I took away is there's one thing I hate more than anything else on the internet, and I think it's anti-Yoko stuff.
Yeah.
There's 2 bits in it where because they recorded their own phone calls at one point because they thought they were being bugged, and halfway through the making of the film, Yoko's people came to them and said, "Oh, we found all these tapes they'd never been played," and all they said on it was a box that said 1973 recordings.
Wow! What a box!
So there's this running joke of Yoko trying to get some flies for an exhibition. He's trying to buy some flies somewhere. She's getting one of her assistants to find some flies. And where can we buy flies from? Can we keep them alive? And all this sort of stuff.
Here's my Yoko take. I think she's brilliant. I love her art. I love outsider art. I love people that piss people off, that get them angry because they don't understand it. As you know, Catherine, Yoko from about 72 in boots and hot pants and a beret and a military shirt. Oh man, that does things to me. I don't like her singing. I don't like it. And I really don't like it when she's singing with John.
I don't think you're supposed to like it.
I think some people do like it.
There's not much of it in the film. But she talks about quite early on. She's having a chat on the phone with I think a journalist, and just saying that why they left England. He said, "Well, when I was in England, I used to walk around with John. Particularly if I was pregnant or they've announced I've been pregnant, then people will come up to me and said, 'I hope you die and your baby dies as well.'"
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was awful abuse, and that whole myth. That she split the Beatles. All of that shit. It's God knows how one would withstand that treatment.
But she said that, when people asked her about the Beatles, she would say about how great they were and what, intelligent, what great music. And when they were asked about her, they wouldn't say a damn thing because, But, and she talks about, obviously, the reason they went to the States in the first place was Kyoko, her daughter was, sort of been taken away by her ex-husband and all this sort of stuff. And then it cuts to her singing "Don't Worry, Kyoko," and you understand why she screams in that song, why she sings like that in that song, because she's really,
I get that.
There's a bit later where she's talking at the first ever feminist conference at Harvard, where they have a vote. For the first vote they have is, should any men be allowed in the room? And Lennon's sitting there like, okay, maybe I should go. But she talks about, when she married Lennon, she supposedly she had to, supposedly disappear. She became sort of the keeper of this, what you call it, the keeper of this monument. She became, and she shouldn't do her art and everything.
Catherine knows exactly what that's like, don't you, Catherine? My sweet darling. Queen.
And I just think every time I see the clip with Chuck Berry or everything, I just go, oh, is that all you've fucking got? Is that all you've got? She's streets ahead of. She's way above. She probably doesn't give a crap about any of it. But certainly at that time, it must have absolutely stung. But that someone like that, is way ahead of you. And I know on the Nothing Is Real, Stephen C. obviously is a big Yoko fan. A bit and just cuts it all off. But if you got any other Beatles thing, it's like, oh, Yoko did this, and I think she had John shot, and you just go,
well, I don't know. Yeah. I've not heard that last one, but
But she goes, and it all comes from misogyny and racism, and where at the point of the war she could be called a dirty Jap in London because it wasn't that far from World War II, and
Right.
But I just think...
But it's also Taylor's oldest time, isn't it? Your hero does something you don't approve of, it must be the woman's fault.
Yeah, and, I know she's got, I saw Sean Binney the other day and he said, well, all the time that she was fighting with Julian about stuff and all that sort of stuff, it wasn't as if they weren't, And when he said, oh, you should hang out with Julian, he said, we hang out all the time, but we just don't publicise it. But I just think... Oh, it's all just really, and obviously the adverts for the film. People go, "Oh, I hope Yoko's not singing because I won't go and go fuck off. Just don't go and see it." Then.
Don't go and see it.
But the thing that is, all the way through the film is how funny, how funny it is, and I really recommend. Maybe not going to see it in the cinema, but I'm glad I went to the IMAX because it was the closest you're going to get to see John Lennon do a gig.
Yeah, the shit gig! Fucking gig!
Oh, but Mother's great from that.
Goodbye, Dave. Goodbye. I'm going to give you the chance to hang up. I don't want to cut you off. I consider you as a dear friend. I don't want to cut you off. I want you to have the dignity and self-respect to hang up.
Bye, Dave.
I'll cut him off. I will not stand.
I love that little Motley chuckle.
I will not stand for any insubordination. Alistair's in the chat. Alistair, this is the Alistair Is He Alive update today. Yes, he is alive. Good evening,
Hello.
Temple.
Yeah, it's weird that you say he is alive. I've had a horrible week.
Oh.
No, I was talking about Alistair, but...
What kind of a week have you had? Horrible. Why?
I had food poisoning from mussels that I ate on Sunday lunchtime.
Alive, oh.
It's one of the worst experiences of my life.
Oh.
Horrible.
Oh, man, it does sound tough.
How many days?
Well, I'm still knackered today. My stomach's still not right.
The mollusk's revenge.
3 to 5 days, they reckon. So hopefully that's it.
Oh, blimey.
Both ends?
Just vomit.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's more exhausting. At least the other way, you get to sit down, don't you?
I love a good vomit. I don't like a migraine vomit because you've still got the incredible pain of the migraine, but your vomit, and every heave, the migraine gets worse. Now, normally, when you vomit, you feel better afterwards, even if it's just for a few minutes.
Not for days, though.
I'm not referring to this. I said normally. I did say normally. Please hear me out. I said normally. Normally, please hear me out.
Right, Marina.
Please hear me out. Please.
Full-blown fever.
Please hear me out, Jimbo. Please hear
We
me
could
out.
only hear you.
Please hear me
Your
out.
turn.
Please hear me out. Please. Please hear me out.
Get on with it then.
Please hear me out, please. Not please hear me out. Please.
Say something.
Please hear me out. Please.
I can only hear you.
Please hear me out.
The floor is
Please.
yours.
Please hear me out. Now, normally, please hear me out. Normally, when you vomit, there's a big 7 or 8 letter word there in that sentence. Normally, when you vomit, you feel a little bit better afterwards.
Yeah.
Don't pull faces, Jim.
Well, my lived experiences, I don't, because
So you
I can taste
you have
So
never
normally-
vomited. So you have
Normally-
So
Normally-
you even your wife is cussing you out in the chat. She is absolutely
On the phone to Mum.
destroying you in the chat. Hear him out, for fuck's sake, Jim, she wrote. So you're saying you have never vomited and felt better?
I didn't say never, I did say normally.
No. All right. All right, let's go through some
So,
questions.
No,
Have you...
7 or 8 letter word.
I'm asking you questions. Have you ever vomited and felt better?
Yes.
Thank you very much for your call. We got there.
Finally.
That's all we needed.
Just wanted to be heard out, didn't
That's all we needed.
you? This amount of rage in shorts is not suitable.
Oh, you might see that.
The quivering legs.
Is there anything
When
less sexy?
than what?
A pair of bollocks. Considering, you know...
In Los Angeles, we were sitting just off Hollywood
Oh,
Boulevard.
here we go.
And a guy, you get some characters in Los Angeles. A guy came, I would say, strutting down the street in a sort of John Travolta Saturday Night Fever fashion.
Yeah.
Making a big show of himself, let's be honest. The big show was not the way he walked, but the fact he was wearing very, very tiny shorts. I'm talking about the gusset was possibly that thick.
Yeah.
And either side, I'm saying either side.
I saw
Cut lunch.
an old woman's hairy fanny in New York.
Shut up.
Yeah, you know, something, she was like a homeless woman sat.
No kicks on.
No cat, a big old hairy. I believe they call them a pussy. over
Oh
there
my
in
God,
America.
don't.
Jim, we're gonna call you back in a bit, Jim. We want to get the latest from the Alistair hotline. Alistair, are you still alive?
Presently.
How you doing, man? We've not spoken for a few days. Sorry. How's everything? You're back
That's all
home.
right.
How you feeling? What's going on?
Yeah, this week's kind of been, because even when you've had, the attack and then the operation,
Yeah.
you don't realise until you get home how much it kind of slows you down quite a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
So I went to, thought, well, I've been all right, and I'm slowly trying to sort of walk a little bit further, this, that, and the other. And I thought, well, I'll walk down to the local shop and get a few bits. And that was tough, carrying a shopping bag with walking.
Yeah, I bet.
Multitasking.
You've had a significant operation. I know it's a routine one, but it's significant, and I think people forget being cut open or having stuff done to your body is fucking exhausting, man. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
And you've been very, very poorly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still very lucky, and I feel very grateful and humble, because, to be honest, as you might know, my lifestyle hasn't been great, even after I gave up the old alcohol, in terms of smoking and late nights, drinking too much caffeine and this, that and the other. So,
I'm definitely, apart from a couple in the morning, I'm definitely going on decaffeinated stuff after that. Because it does have a
one way around
speed
it
up the heart and everything.
You do half a. I don't know if you use instant, but half a teaspoon of normal, half a teaspoon of decaf. That's a way of cutting down a little bit, so you're still getting a little bit of a. You want to live a little bit of a zhuzh, but you're also getting the thing in coffee.
Which is what we all live for, of course.
It really is.
It's great to be alive, basically.
Isn't it?
That's what I conclude that at the end of all.
Yeah, and we're both very glad you're alive.
Thank you. So, Catherine, how was your week off work?
I've been ill for 3 days. Nothing compared to you. You beat me on that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've got something. Something seems to be going round that is kind of headache, dry eyes, exhaustion, feeling a bit sick. And I had it for about 3 days. And it's shifted now. And now I've got a slightly runny nose. But God knows what that was. I probably caught it off some young teenage germ bags with whom I'm honoured to work.
Oh, you're teaching.
Yeah. I think I probably brought it home from school. But thankfully...
Ideally, you want to have that illness when you're supposed to be at work. Then you can genuinely ring in sick.
Exactly. Exactly. No, instead I managed to, I did, like a good girl, Alistair, I'd done all my college work ready for 2 weeks off and not having to think about doing anything. And what I'd done was clear my diary for being in bed for 3 days. But as you say, those things can happen, and it'll, I'm feeling a lot better now, and I've got another week left, so that's going to be great. Hopefully that's it. That's done. That's my illness done for this season. But let's see. Touch wood.
Brilliant.
Anyway, I'm glad that you're home. How's Jeannie?
Thank you. She's just sitting on my lap at the moment, and she's being brilliant. But I think, because we know that cats is all about, getting treats, and I think her behaviour has been even more about getting treats since when I was away. Yeah. So she won't eat a normal food, so I get drawn into, you better have something. So I give her the treats, so it's a kind of catch-22. But I'm responsible because I gave her too many treats historically, I think. So, But she's just great, she's beautiful and she keeps me going. She's wonderful.
Yeah, cats are the best. Facts.
All right, man. Listen, I'm going to go. I'm going to call Jim up. Then I just want to go and check on Lucky upstairs because she's been worrying me a little bit today. But it's lovely to hear your voice. Every day is a gift, man. Every day is a gift. Oh,
thanks, mate. Are you gonna have a poo?
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna have a poo. Never again.
He's going to. And I'm doing the quote, bunnies. Check on the cat.
I'm done with pooing. I've done my last ever poo.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Right, let me get Jim
Of
back.
course he's not going to do poo. You can't do one when I'm in the house.
I can't. That is a fact.
Unless I go into a sort of soundproof chamber of some sort.
Right, I'll be back in a minute. Jim, I just want to go and check on the cats because I'm a little bit worried about them.
Yes.
Yeah, important stuff.
Well, it is. Well, it's got physical with the cats.
Yeah. It's progressed from the urinating.
It's progressed from the urinating and the defecating to the actual attacks, tail-based attacks. Unfortunately, by the time I got here, she'd managed to take her bandage off, but I was expecting it to be like something from... He'd put the bandage on. I was expecting it to be something like Tom and Jerry, when he gets the...
Do you need a special bandage for a cat's bandage for a cat's tail?
No, but it needs to be on quite tight, and you can't do it when you're holding a cat down with one hand and tying it with the other. So I think it's going to be a two-man job tomorrow.
You got that to look forward to.
I know. I'm on tying rather than restraining. I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's the end to have, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I don't want the sharp end, thank you.
Although you could end up getting sprayed.
I'll stand to the side.
Probably for the best.
Yes, and wear a mask and a hazmat suit. Anyway, how are you? All joking aside about the muscle incident, flipping heck. Were they even nice at the time, or did they taste funny?
Well, Jim came down the stairs and could smell something vinegary.
Oh.
They were like, but I thought they were perfectly fine. I thought they were really delicious. And then apparently I've been sweating garlic butter out of my pores for 2 days, so
Yeah.
not good. It wasn't good at all. I've strained something. I've been left with, it feels like I've got an iron bar across my ribs.
Yeah.
From the and it, like I say, like proper full blown fever. It was like when I had a yeast allergy for like 18 months, 2 years. And like the tiniest amount of yeast in anything, like even yeast extract or barley extract or anything that was like brewed,
Yeah.
like that, I would just go into full blown allergic reaction,
Blimey.
right? And just feel weak as a kitten and sweat out everything.
Poor Jim. Was Jenna kind, or was she laughing?
Yeah, no, she was lovely. She was really worried because I just disappeared. I'd had those for lunch, and then we drove over to Jen's mum's to have a Sunday lunch, Sunday dinner at like in the evening. We'd been there a couple of hours, and then it was almost serving up time, and I just disappeared into the loo and never came out again for like.
I heard. I'm going to tell a story that I heard this week about someone doing a shit, but I'm not going to name them to you. So it was.
David
I wish you hadn't told me, because now I can see the face.
So a friend of mine went to Rome for a romantic weekend with his wife, and he got like an upset stomach, like quite a bad upset stomach, and it was quite bad. But they went to a restaurant, and he said, I've really got to go. I've got to go to the toilet. I'll probably be a few minutes. So he went to the toilet in this old Italian restaurant, very old, and there was no toilet. You know, sometimes there's no toilet seat on the toilet to make things even worse. So he sat on the porcelain, and fucking his arse exploded like shit water just pouring out of him, right? And he was there for about 10-15 minutes, just shit coming out, and then it finished. He's like, oh. Then a bit more shit came out, and he's like, oh my God. And then it finished again, and he went, okay, all right. And he looked around, and none of it had gone in the toilet.
Oh, God!
It had fucking gone everywhere.
No.
It had gone everywhere. And he'd been in the toilet for about 15 minutes by now when he sees it. And his wife was getting worried. His wife's knocking on the door, and he's going, I'll be out of it. And all he had was toilet paper, and there was shit everywhere. And he wouldn't exaggerate about stuff. He told the story in a much more restrained manner, but he wouldn't exaggerate about something like that. And he said it was everywhere.
Wow.
It was on the walls. It was on the floor, and he's wiping it with toilet. He's in there for about an hour wiping shit off the walls. Can you imagine him doing it though? He's the nicest, calmest person you've ever met. Very generous.
It's very typical of him that he would not just like leg it out of there.
Oh.
He took responsibility for it in the best way he could.
Yeah, exactly. I nearly, yeah.
Was his pizza cold?
And he said it was just lucky it didn't happen. We got to the restaurant when we did. Otherwise, I would have shit myself in the street.
In big style as well, by the sound of it.
Big style. It went everywhere.
That reminds me of Little and telling us about, post-lockdown, they were only allowed to use certain toilets. Like certain kids were using these toilets near the gym, and certain other kids were, different year groups. And she said she overheard, the teachers have got remote controls because they were trying to keep the kids separate.
Do you mean walkie-talkies?
Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Walkie-talkies. Sorry. My brain's
Quite
still
bloke
not quite
says,
up
what
to
if
date.
it was already there and he didn't know his... You've won the comments tonight. I'll put that to him.
The teachers are like walkie-talkies because when they moved kids around, they had to make sure there was no one else there, right? Different cohorts. And they overheard one of the teachers saying, code brown in the girls' toilets. That's a code brown. So that was a definite code brown there in Rome.
Fiona's guessed it. She's asked, is it Martin Lewis? Yes, it was. It was the moneysavingexpert.com himself.
Wow.
All jokes aside, are you feeling better now, or are you still feeling a little dicky?
Exhausted.
Yeah.
He's got his chest.
Yeah, I've got
heaving,
a strain.
I imagine.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
And a combination of the heaving and I'd got the toilet seat came off. in my urgency of it's one of those quick release
Like
ones,
the Hulk.
and it's an old style wooden one. But
Right.
Yeah.
so that came
I
off.
am being so mature because I was nearly said something vulgar then, and I stopped myself from
Right,
saying
you?
it. The next step is to not mention that I thought
Yeah.
something vulgar.
Did
That one he
you,
said about it nearly came off.
Flipping it. Did you pop your eyes? I've had that before when I've had a throwing up sickness bug where it's like you get red blood vessels burst. in
I
your
don't know.
eyes.
I don't think so. I haven't
Not as
noticed.
bad as me then. There you go.
I'm
I
glad you're
couldn't-
better, and I'm glad you're alive.
Thank you. And I couldn't drive home. There was just absolutely no way I could drive. So Jen's mum brought us home, and then she had to come over the next day and couldn't go and fetch the car and everything. So
Oh,
it
you
was
poor
all the thing, all the big thing. And then I was off Monday, and then I've worked the rest of the week, but probably at 3/4 speed.
You were going to talk about boycotts.
Yeah, have you seen the one in Target? So in America, where they announced in line with Trump's policies that they were cancelling all of their DEI stuff. And this
I don't know what DEI is.
So
I'm gonna say it now.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Okay, thank you very much. Now I know what it is.
And so this is an organisation that when George Floyd was murdered, they announced that they were going to make sure they spent a certain amount with black businesses, and a pledge to like be up to the billions by 2025, and they just cancelled it all.
Oh.
In
Target
January.
did.
Target did. So
I was there like last month, and they had a whole section about sort of Black Pride, and they had some really nice sort of merch they were selling, and
So there's a huge, and it's clearly, there's whole TikToks around going and finding what's the latest in Target and all of that stuff. It's hugely loved as a brand, and we love it when we go to Orlando. And there is a real movement in America to boycott them, and so it started in February, and their year-on-year footfall has fallen 9%.
That's a significant amount.
Which is
Yeah.
huge, and their stock prices was falling as well. Obviously, a few other things have been affecting the stock price since, with the tariff stuff going on.
Go woke, go bro. Oh no, it's the other way around this time. Good.
Yeah.
Did you see there was an economist talking about it? I think I retweeted it on Blue Sky, talking about how there was a massive surge just before at the Nasdaq, just before he announced the
Yeah.
pause in the.
Oh,
thing.
didn't he tweet? Now's a good time to buy.
Yeah,
But
That's
this is
insider trading.
Yeah.
so
that's what Martha Stewart got sent down for.
Yeah.
and that was all over $5,000. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is, the whole Kwasi Kwarteng thing. He used to work for a hedge fund that made masses when he crashed the economy with Liz Truss. Like his former boss made billions, and this is the same sort of thing. They're doing some of that. It's disaster economics.
But then I saw him talking in the Oval Office saying he made $9 million. He's looking happy. He's made. And it's like, mate, he's not even pretending, and people still don't believe it.
Yeah. And who else does it benefit? Crashing the American economy and driving away all his allies. And
Hello, it's Lucky's come down. Sorry, this is a big moment. Lucky's come down. She's been in a cubbyhole for about 4 hours.
She's still got a bandage on.
She's still got a bandage on. I pulled her out of the cubbyhole and put her on the bench. She's just come down. Sorry, this is a big thing. He broke the First Amendment as well by not allowing, I think, the Associated Press into the White House. Broke the First Amendment.
Yeah.
So it's.
He's doing it all the time.
because Obama made a speech in the week about, can you imagine if
I'd done this,
if I'd have took away Fox News's credentials, what would the reaction been? And that's literally what's happening.
It's I don't know whether he's going. I don't know if it's even as thought out as this for him. Someone, I'm sure, has got a handle on it. Nor have they. But is it just like being absolutely loco, then no one believes anything? If it's just all the time, people just get used to a state of chaos.
So there's real parallels with what happened in Russia.
Yeah.
And there's a thing, I watched a BBC documentary years ago about a thing they call DESA, which is, and it's an old KGB tactic where you keep the population off balance.
Yeah.
and therefore they don't see what's actually going on because they're too busy worrying about the latest thing. And it's that whole news cycle thing that they keep
flooding
doing.
the zone, isn't it? Flooding the zone with shit, and then they don't notice the big stuff because you're just continually keeping them distracted.
Yeah.
It's this whole thing about him doing a third term, and everyone, of course, everyone jumped on it. You can't do that; it's against the constitution. Yeah, there's a way you can do it in a
Fucking let's get Obama going for a third.
A Putin-style tactic, which is you go as vice president, the person steps down, you become president.
Well, there's also the absolutist reading of the Constitution, which is you can't do a third consecutive term, but you could do a second consecutive.
Well, you can't be elected, is the thing. You can't be elected to a third term. Who's talking about election?
No.
It's absolutely mad. It's mad. There are people standing up, and I think that it's really heartening to see there are demonstrations in every single state, even the traditionally red states. But so what at this point? So what?
And they're all realising they've got done, haven't they? They can all see their groceries going up and up and up. They can all see that the things are going to go even more expensive. They're not people who were thinking they might be able to replace their car. They're not going to, be able to.
You've still got some MAGA people waiting for their $5,000 kickback.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Also, on the upside, they won't be able to get MAGA caps anymore because they're all made in China.
Made in China, yeah.
Right, let's. I want to move from politics to Spain.
Okay.
You coming with us, guys?
Of course.
Let's
Jimbo,
take a break.
Let's take a break. You'll have seen this 3 times because your wife is mad.
Probably twice today, yeah.
Twice today because Jenna is insane. We're going in. Jimbo, lovely to see you. Chows. Pauly D, hit me up with a number, buddy. I think I know what that number is you're going to hit me up with.
Do you?
I think it's 56.
Okay. Oh, my God.
I think, but I don't. Oh, look at those babies. Hit Pauly D.
I was there. That's my blanket.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
were there.
That's Windsor. Look, they've been throwing bottles. That's my blanket. That's that's.
But you were there, were you?
Yeah.
Or did we just borrow your
we took the
blanket?
kids. No, we know. We all went.
John Harris, keep out of this. Deleting that comment. How dare you? How dare you
Talking about flooding the zone.
How dare you put a number and a question mark? I don't know. No.
We need surety.
Pauly D is the number boy.
Yeah.
That's his name. The number. That's his title. His name is Pauly D. His title, Catherine? Number boy.
Number boy.
Number boy? Number boy, what number is it today? It's 56, sir. Back to your hovel. Shut up, Dave, with your vulgarities. This is something that we take very, very seriously. Now, because of the Eldorado group, it's like I'm not Methuselah.
Go on.
Got Kwartang, Quasimodo, the dude that did the predictions.
Nostradamus.
The almanac. Nostradamus from the almanac. They used to sell almanacs in the newsagents. There's like predictions and stuff. Should we get an almanac?
No. I don't think there's a newsagent anymore, is there?
Oh, I put them in my sack. It's all part of my autumn almanac. Friday evening.
Isn't there an almanac in Back to the Future? Isn't that what they're using to...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Pauly D says Gavin first. Oh, it's going to be the Hindles. Gavin Hindle is now posting in the Eldorado Facebook page.
I'm getting a strong feeling it's going to be Pilar.
Oh, it's the other Hindle. Well, hang on, is Gavin the unwell one?
No.
Pilar's going to be kidnapped soon. I'm going to say it's the... I'm going to say...
Alan. There's Alan and Gavin.
Gavin's the one that's well.
Is he?
Excuse me. Isn't it? Let's...
I don't know.
Let's find out. I was just thinking I'll be sad when this is over. Then I remember we've been watching it for 2 years and we're only a third of the way
never
through.
Over.
I am really tempted to go back and just take out the Eldorado stuff and load them up as separate videos and separate podcasts. I'm very tempted to do it.
Good luck with that.
Well, it's a lot of work.
You've
then
not
I
got
think.
time, have you?
Well, then I think, how much would Matty charge if I offered to pay Matty? What would the? But anyway, I might not do it. I just think it would be good. Put up separate videos, might get a bit of traction. And the Bob Mortimer phone calls are getting traction again. I guess it's because he's on that program, but suddenly that's had about 6,000 views in the last 2 days, which is then leading on to Minty Biscuit. getting views. What a time to be alive. Shut up, Jim. I know it's loud. It's the theme tune. We have it loud.
I'm going to change my bet. It's joy. It's joy.
Terry's coming soon. He's a wrong 'un.
Oh.
We saw this very, very similar shot in the last episode, so it's going to be the sick one.
Sensitively portraying mental illness here.
Hello, Rosario.
Oh.
I've been called out by the police. I haven't seen anyone yet.
No one. Did anyone predict him? Not one.
No. But good
He's
that
dead
he's not
now.
working at the restaurant or at the beds. Oh, no, he's free now, isn't he? Because Rosemary's home.
Is he writing with a pencil with a thing on the top? Is that a pencil? Oh, no. It's okay.
It's the end of
It
his
was the
cap.
end of his cap.
I think I'll probably be late. I get something cold. When I get in?
Okay, so let's just...
I love it when script writers, instead of setting something up, they have the character explain where we've got to so far. So it's like, oh, your dad's on the phone. Yeah, your dad's Steve, who works at the bank. He's going to be late home because he's picking up your brother Martin and from football practice where he's had pretty rough game. Anyway, I think I hear them on the driveway now.
I like phone acting where they don't leave space. It's like when you sing a song and you don't leave space for the music bit.
Why
You
has it
just
always
do the
got to
words.
be a dig at me?
Because I want you to be the very, very best version of you that you can be, and you are miles off. So I'm joking. Oh my God, you're so hot.
Press play.
I like phone acting where they don't. That's sexy. You can leave anytime you want, but I know you won't.
Hello, Rosario. I've been called out by the police. I haven't seen anyone yet. I think I'll probably be late. I get something cold.
I think right. So she says, "Are you going to eat?" Right. So I'll do it. I'll probably be out late. Something cold.
Okay.
That's what happened there, right?
It is.
When I get in? Bye.
Bye.
I see Mr. Yentop. What cruel,
Cruel
man.
man.
Jenna says 100% Robert could get out.
Ready for you now, Doctor.
Why are they speaking English?
¿Por qué?
We haven't been able to get anything out of him at all.
Sorry, this is my second language. Could we speak in Spanish? Because we are Spanish men in Spain.
But at least he's a bit quieter now.
Is it drink?
No,
Is it drink? No.
doesn't smell of alcohol.
Drugs?
Maybe you know more about that than me.
Ooh, he's calling
No,
it.
you're a police
No,
officer.
I've got a whole backstory that they grew up together, and Roberta was
a massive-
was a druggie.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I like those trainers. I was looking at some Adidas Chili's.
Oh.
Expensive, isn't it? Oh, I'll show you my new jacket and shirt in a bit.
Brilliant. Can't wait.
Oh. Here's the thing. Now I'm seeing clients at my house. They all do that. And I thought, oh, that's weird. But actually, it makes sense.
Sensitive portrayal there.
Makes sense. Makes sense. He is nuts.
I know this man. He's one of my patients.
Could we please clear the stage?
May I remind you that...
Has it
How
happened?
long is this play?
Well, has it happened yet? Because he ran off, didn't he?
Well, yeah.
I am supposed to be the director here.
Good, then start directing people off the stage. What's his first line?
They haven't even started the play yet.
Welcome, Mother Superior. You got that?
Yeah.
Say it then.
Welcome, Mother Superior.
You're going to be fine. Are you ready, Olive? Whenever
That's
you are.
sorted then. Thanks.
Stand by.
Well, she's old school showbiz.
Right. Open the
Polly
tabs, Maestro.
Perkins.
If he's had the muscles.
I told you this was madness.
Shut up.
I'm going to be a complete laughing stock.
If you want to do something useful, get on the prompt book. Otherwise, go home.
Go home.
Welcome,
Gone home.
Mother Superior.
Thank you, Father Abbot. I do hope that my visit here won't cause too much disruption in your community. But you know, this is an evil place. And with God's help, you and I together must strive to root it out.
Gavin, there's nothing to be frightened of.
Nothing to be frightened of.
I'm frightened of this special voice you're using.
Gavin, there's nothing to be frightened of. Not at all.
Not at all.
Gavin, there's nothing to be frightened of. Not at all. That'll be the message I get from James Farley, I bet.
Yes.
I just want to talk to you about what's happened.
I want to talk to you about...
All right, come on. How's your Spanish? Give him a break.
Te quiero, pero dices nada. Todas las horas y todas las noches.
Well, that's ostensibly not true.
Perhaps you should leave us alone. It'll be all right. I'll call you if I need you.
Oh, he's going to get shanked, innit? He's going to get a plastic fork in the throat.
There, that's better, isn't it? Give us more chance to talk. Can you hear me, Gavin? It's been a busy night for me. Rosemary Ware's been taken ill, and then I was called out here. Never know what to expect when I'm called to the police station. It's the part of the job that worries Rosario.
Someone's phone went there, and they
Yeah,
didn't
it
have
did.
phones. Listen, someone's mobile... I'm going to turn it up. Someone's mobile phone went before mobile phones.
It's been a busy night for me. Rosemary Ware's been taken ill, and then I was called out here. Never know what to expect when I'm called to the police station.
Oh, fucking hell. He's a time traveller. He's one of them time travellers.
The part of the job that worries Rosario most. That's why it's so nice to see a familiar face for once. I'm sure we can get all this sorted out in no time at all. Gavin? But look,
Could you do me a favour? And I would do it. I'm not taking the piss, but I got lucky on me. Could you go and turn the oven on to about 200, please?
Yes.
Because we're gonna have pizza. Pizza, 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 pizza. People in the chat, Harsh says, was it a pager? Visionary says, it was a call. It was a call. There we go. We're having fun, right? This is fun, isn't it? This is fun. She's the best. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. It's between us. I love her quite a lot. Anyway, so let us see. Here she come. I was just saying nice things about you.
Were you?
I actually was saying nice things about you.
What were you saying?
Said you're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
All right, correct. But what else?
Is that not enough?
I mean...
What a mardy mare. What a mardy mare.
first you must talk to me.
This is awful, by the way. This
Can you
is-
understand that, Gavin? You see, the police don't know you like I do.
That's why they beat the shit out of you.
All they know is that there's been a bit of trouble and
You kidnapped a baby, which is what he
and
did.
rolled it into a ditch.
Yeah.
you seem to have caused it. They need to know your side of the story. That's partly what I'm here. You can explain to me and then I can write a report.
I don't think that's how it works.
Please, Gavin, you must talk to me.
Oh. Meanwhile, at the hospital, no doctor.
Gonna be all right, old girl.
Less of the old. Oh, that was a pointless scene.
Yep.
Contrasts, isn't it? They like contrasts.
Look, Gavin, there's nothing to worry about, but I would like you to be seen by another doctor,
Look at him, he's so
a
hot.
colleague of mine. He's more used to these sorts of things, so it might be easier for him to help you. Do you understand what I'm saying, Gavin? Guardia, por favor.
Oh, now you speak Spanish to the other Spaniards.
I don't believe this is a criminal matter. I think this man needs psychiatric help. I like him seen by somebody.
Aren't his eyebrows high?
I think he's been expressive. I don't think they're normally that high.
Oh, yeah. You can do
Santa
it.
Marias.
Whatever you say, doctor.
I'll need to tell you.
We are on eyebrow watch now because they haven't gone down yet. It's got quite a big
Yeah, there's a lot of real estate there in the old
Telephone ahead.
Brow
Make
area.
arrangements.
Right.
I'm just going to telephone the doctor I told you about.
He's a plucker, isn't he?
I
It
think
won't
it
take
might
long.
be. They're a little bit narrow, aren't they?
See you later.
Alan!
That's Alan.
Yes.
You Skyping off again?
Oh, God. This
Fuck
is just
off.
what you need.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Left Tweedledum in charge, have you?
Was that not his brother that was reading the paper on the steps?
It looked like it, but there's two people reading papers, and then.
See you later.
How can I open
Skyping
up
off.
for you?
Hang on.
Skyping off again.
Look, so there's two people.
Alan! You Skyping off again?
I've had done enough reading now.
Left Tweedledum in
Yeah, I
charge,
finished
have you?
reading as well while sitting
no.
facing a wall.
He's doing one of his disappearing acts again.
Oh, how long's he been gone?
Since this morning.
Well, maybe he's at the bar.
He's gone out
I've
then,
just
hasn't
come back from there.
Well, I'm going.
Hang on a minute. Is he American? He's done one of his disappearing. I've just come back from there.
I think he's
See
just
you later.
being...
Cheers, Jerry. And if you see...
Stoic.
Yeah.
Left Tweedledum. Alan!
I've just come back from there.
Also, is that how you call a friend? Alan!
Oh,
He's
she's
like, I've been calling you for 5 minutes.
She's a piece of shit.
It should be Alan. Surely. It's Alan. It's not Alan. That's when you've been standing at the bottom of the stairs shouting for about 5 minutes.
Listen to his accent. He's gone American.
You Skyping off again?
Yeah.
Left Tweedledum in charge, have you?
No. He's doing one of his disappearing acts again.
That's American, right?
He sounds like John Wayne.
He's doing one of his disappearing acts again.
Oh, how long's he been gone?
Since this morning.
There we go. And the next line, he's American
Well,
again.
maybe he's at the bar.
I've just come back from there.
Well, I'm
Just come back from
I've
there.
just come back from there. Is that his California man?
going that way. Do you want me to have another look? I can open up for you.
Cheers, Jerry. And if you see him, tell him...
I'll leave.
What?
That was a...
What? That was filmed on a completely different day.
Has he got Jazz Amigos on for some reason?
That's to you, I think.
Hey, sweet girl. I don't know. It's very sweet. You can see Lucky. You saw a glimpse of Lucky's thing. Which actually
Please go in. Get in.
Because it's
Go in.
covering.
Get in.
Come in there.
There was no need for that, was there?
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
It's like Baby Clive's cast. He's doing absolutely nothing.
I read that as Jenna saying Jerry is someone you would actively avoid at Costa.
Oh, she's still about.
Who does she remind you of now? Think. Something we're in. It's a program we've been watching.
Oh. Someone from Maths.
The stuck-up one from Maths.
She's not quite as waxy.
But it's the attitude
It's the
and
demeanour.
a similar look.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening. Could you get my bill made up, please?
You are leaving?
Yes, as soon as possible. Is there a flight tonight?
The last is at 20:30.
Hello, I'm being
20,
insistent. You can
30.
tell because I take one deep breath at the beginning of the conversation and I'm not going to breathe in again until I finish the sentence.
But are you already too late for that?
Tomorrow then?
The 12:50?
Yeah, whatever. I just want to get out of
Yeah, whatever. I just want to get out of your shitty country. So in actually that case, can I stay another night? Well, no, you've just checked out. Can I book in? No, we're full. What?
here. Could you check the first flight that's got seats available?
No. You could do it.
Of course.
Oh, CFAX, that's what you've had to do in those days.
Except in Spain, it's CFAX. S-I.
Good.
As in yes.
Really good. When I first started going to France, do you know they had like an early version of the internet in France?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's what they would use. And I remember seeing
Yep.
it and thinking it was incredible.
Yep.
And then they would print it out on one of those.
Yep.
What was it called? A Minitel.
Minitel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Impressive.
Yep.
That's French. They really do know some things.
And it wasn't it hardwired into a lot of the homes?
Yeah.
The access point. You had to have a special point and it was built in, yeah.
Yes, so the family I lived with had it upstairs and they had a sort of like a like a study sort of thing. So their main phone was in there, and the Minitel I think was like looped up to that.
You just accepted it was called a study.
Well, it wasn't, was it? It was called a bureau.
Okay, you just accepted that.
Study rather than the office.
Because
yeah.
when I referred to this room as the office, she went, "You've never called it that. It's the dining room." I said, "No,
No, I didn't call it the dining room.
Okay, go
Do you
on.
remember
What
what
did
I
you call
called
it? The entryway or something?
No.
Go on.
The reception room.
Right. And I said, "No, it's the office." She went, "When did you start calling it that?" I said, "I've always called it the office." She went, "No, you haven't."
And that is
The
a little
Mandela
insight
effect.
into the fascinating highs and, lows of our relationship. Very boring, mundane conversations.
It's not mundane, though.
It is.
It's you trying to manipulate me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a form of abuse, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yes.
Took it there, did you?
Yes, I did. Yes.
It's interesting.
It is, isn't it? Have you seen my bitch of a daughter?
Oh my God. She's over there reading Bieber backwards.
Why is she there? Go to your room. Oh, maybe she's waiting for the flight. Yeah.
Hello.
Ah, what a prick! You see his face. Hello.
Is he going to jiggle his balls again? Because that's what he seems to do whenever she's around.
Look,
What is this? This relationship is strangely
He's going
flirtatious.
He's going to tell her he's gay. She won't care.
I understand how you feel.
Do you? I'm not sure I do.
Ooh, complex.
I've obviously been a big disappointment to you, and I don't blame you for that.
No, you should. I should just never have Carmel's mistake.
I don't think...
Can I just let you into a secret? All of it is his fault. You're a miserable cow, but all of it is his fault.
Yeah, he was a knob.
I don't think either of us could claim it's been a roaring success.
That's not what I meant. It's just that I don't want it to end like this. I mean, whatever happens, I'd like us to at least part as friends. Does that sound too corny?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
I think I know what you mean.
Do you have any plans for the rest of the evening?
Hardly.
Well, I'll take you into town, because he's not taking her into town. I'll take you to Joy's Bar, and there's a really shitty restaurant run by a paedophile, but it's all we've got.
Then I was wondering if we could have dinner together.
Where Giorgio's?
Oh, well, I don't know.
What? No. Perhaps it's not.
What? No.
Yes, no.
Do you ever-
I shouldn't, but I will, but I won't, but I shouldn't.
Do you ever do that thing? I think it might be an ADHD thing, where if you listen to a TV program, a conversation, and someone goes, "Oh no," I then have to play it back in my mind and count it. I don't know how many I did, so it'll be no. I did 7. Do you ever do that?
No.
Oh, that's 1. Okay.
It's a good idea after all. So, well, is this it then? Goodbye.
Look, we could eat here.
Who messages me? Oh, it's a boring one.
Right.
She just did sex eyes.
They're both doing it to each
They
other.
are. That was a
all the
sex
time.
entrance. But watch
Oh,
her.
what a sex entrance.
When he came in, it was a sex. Oh, hello. Did that? Oh,
Yeah.
hello. And then her eyes as she comes up, and it's like we could do it. It's like we could eat here. We could do it now. Look at her eyes and imagine she's saying, "We could do it now."
Oh, well, I don't know.
Look.
Well, no. Perhaps it's not such a good idea after all. So,
here we go.
Well, is this it then?
She stands up.
Goodbye.
Sex eyes.
Look,
Here comes.
we could eat here.
If you like.
Come on, then.
Come on, then.
We could do it now, if you like. Come on, then. It's that, isn't it?
It's weird.
Have they had that before? Was there another thing we were watching where maybe it was this where it was?
It
a
was
bit,
there.
It was
He
there,
was
wasn't
flirting with
it?
her. It's
Yeah.
the tone is weird.
Yeah, it was this uncomfortable.
Miss Jackson?
Yes?
There is seat available for tomorrow on 12:30.
Cancel my flight. I'm staying with my father.
I think I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay.
Okay, it's just. Yeah, well, no, it's totally up to you. Just you were a bit of an arsehole to me 10 minutes ago,
Yeah.
and I've done it, and now you say you don't want it? Absolutely fine, your choice. But just a reminder, you're being a bit of a C. What is this? Oh.
Oh, his perspective.
It was his perspective. He's got to try and jump out. Yeah, no.
Well, that's weird because, not wanting to be pedantic, but I'm gonna. When they were at the police station, he shouted for the Guardia Civil, which is military. But now he's in Policía Local truck.
Listen
It's
to
like
what
they don't really give a shit or understand what's going on.
you may have missed. The greatest line ever to be said in Eldorado. Listen to what the doctor says. It's a great line. Listen.
Hey, are you mad?
Yeah, he is! You got it! Diagnosis complete.
That's what he went to school for.
Hey, are you mad? Yes!
You killed yourself at this speed. Come on, Gavin. Come on. Relax. Relax, Gavin. Hey, it's Dr. Fernandez here. Relax, Gavin.
Doctor, we'll need to handcuff him.
That'll make him even more frightened.
Yeah, well, he just tried to jump out the back of a van.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Also,
doctor.
he's not got a seatbelt on.
It's for his own protection. I'm still responsible for this man.
It's okay, Gavin. It's only 2 minutes, Gavin. Relax, Gavin. Relax. It's only 2 minutes.
Okay,
We'll get
drive
there.
on.
We'll get there.
Hang on a minute. John has pointed out something, and I need to see if this is correct. Let's just jump. John is suggesting the number plate reads mad.
Relax. Relax, Gavin. Hey.
It does! Oh my God! How did we miss it? Okay, it's MA9551BD, but if you take out the 9551B, you've got mad.
Hey, are you mad? You killed yourself.
Okay. Oh, this.
2 minutes, Gavin. Relax, Gavin. Relax. It's only 2
King
minutes.
Okay, drive on.
We'll get there.
He's just thinking, hurry up, I haven't had a blowy for 3 days.
Flipping heck.
Wake up, come on.
Have I been asleep long?
Oh, not really. It's nearly 8:30.
Oh.
I need to get back
Wish
to
I'd
the
slept
play.
until tomorrow. No, the next day. Then it'll all be over.
Well, you're in good hands.
How often have you said that as a doctor? How often have you just been whistling to keep someone's spirits up?
Is he a doctor? I thought he was a nurse.
It's very, very hazy. There's something very dodgy about him, isn't there?
I feel so helpless. All I can do is just sit here.
Don't knock it, Stanley.
Mm.
It's the one thing that's
Doctor.
keeping me from falling apart.
You'll be fine.
Will you do something for me?
No, come on.
Some people do, though, don't
I
they?
know.
In hospital beds.
After the op, whatever happens.
Think?
Will you telephone my family? Tell them what's happened.
Yes, of course.
Why don't you phone them now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather. Do you know what? Actually, I'd rather not, because you don't get on with them, and they don't like me. So if I phone up and say you're dead, they're gonna
blame me.
They're gonna blame me and dislike me even more. So
But Rosemary, you're not going to.
I know.
They're scared to say the D word. Yes. Die.
No. But when something like this happens, it helps concentrate your mind on what's really important. You were right.
I don't think they'd leave her dentures in, would they?
It's time I made contact.
Joke on 'em.
It's probably best if you phone Stephen.
No, again, Rosemary, I'm really sorry. No, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not doing it. We'll wait till you're better, and then you can fucking do it. I don't want to get involved. I don't like Stephen. He's a prick.
I've always got on with him better than the others. But he's a doctor.
There we go, filling in the detail.
Everyone's a doctor. So that's 3 doctors we've got.
He's a doctor, and he's got grey hair, and you need to call him because you know what he's like.
It's 4 doctors, because we're off to see the psychiatrist. 4 doctors. Oh, it's like when Doctor Who does like other doctors. They get when he meets
Okay.
the doctors. We need one more to make it the 5 doctors, and we're in.
He'll understand.
So what happened when you questioned them?
Oh no, he's tried again.
That man has not been dry since he started appearing in this. Flipping the clammiest man I've ever seen.
Halfway through that sentence, I knew it was getting a fist pump.
All are accounted for, save only Brother Martin.
Look at that flipping. Look at that monk head.
His.
Stuck on top. They've all got 'em, haven't
Look
they?
at that tash. Yeah, what a world.
We've got to bring the curtain down.
Give him a chance.
Your silence says much, Father Abbot.
There. Go back.
What have we
When she
got?
said give him a chance, someone popped up behind her head.
Oh,
I do not wish to tell.
we've got to bring the curtain down.
Give him a chance.
Oh my God, that's the best thing we've ever had on this show. If you're listening to the podcast, Catherine, can you please describe what we've just seen, and we'll play it again for the people watching.
Over the director's shoulder, there is a little gap. There are people
The director
looking
looks
on.
like Adam West, by the way.
There are people looking on with great tension in their faces. I'm not sure that they are doing it on purpose, but they are looking on tensely. And there's a little space just underneath one of them who's standing on, I don't know, a chair or something. And then over the director's shoulder, well, a little face pops up, doesn't it?
Ready, guys who are watching? Here we go.
All are accounted for, save only Brother Martin.
He's dried up
We've got
again.
to bring the curtain down.
Give him a chance.
Look over his shoulder.
Got him. We got him. The mystery man. Reveal yourself.
Your silence says much, Father
That was
Abbot.
a great one.
It's not in the script.
Perhaps you do not wish to tell me your suspicions. Your loyalty does you credit, however.
She's
What is
ad-libbing.
the woodsman from Snow White doing on stage there?
She's ad-libbing. She's saving the
But I
play.
must press you further. What of Brother Martin? Was he able
Where's the woodsman?
There, this guy.
Oh, yeah.
to account for his movements?
No.
As I expected.
But that doesn't necessarily imply his guilt. That perhaps perhaps he's protecting someone else.
She's got him back on the script.
Then this conspiracy lies deeper than we ever dreamed.
The thing is, this acting is very much like her normal acting, isn't it?
Must take care, Father Abbot, for I believe before this day is
Someone's
out,
going up there.
there will be more violence done.
Oh, party with Blair. Forgot about this.
I've been adrenaline, Blair.
For days.
Later, maybe.
I suppose you're above such things now that you'll be travelling
He has got a
around
party
the world.
apple.
So, what's the master plan? What are you going to be getting up to out there?
Why should I tell you? You'll only take the mick if I do.
I used to
Why
love
would I do
Alexander B.
You're my only brother. You're about to stagger off into the sunset. You could tell me what you'd be getting up to, you know.
All right.
It's a food fight. They're picking up food. It is. I couldn't work out what they were throwing, but that young lady just came over. What you can't see. Watch it. It's food.
Yeah.
She comes and picks up food. They're having a
Is
lame.
that a packet of ladies' fingers that they're helping
I
themselves
think
to?
it is. Yeah, like the things you put in.
Why should
If you
I
were to
tell
throw something, it'd be an apple, wouldn't it?
you? You'll only take the mick if I do.
No, it's an apple party. You treat the apples with respect, Catherine. Here we go. Look.
Why will I do that?
So there's balloons.
You're my
there's
only brother.
ping pong.
You're about to.
But then there's
stagger
food.
off
She
into
chucked
the
food.
Sunset.
Oh no, maybe that's
You
the
could
big
tell me
chunks.
what
Come to
you'd
get
be getting
food.
up to, you know.
That.
All right.
Food fight.
Throw it.
Hey.
I want to be a painter.
Sorry, what did he say?
Want to be a painter? Is that what he said?
I think Blair just confessed that he wants to be a painter and not the P&D type.
What, like
Painter and decorator, not penis and dick.
Picasso?
No, like me. I knew you wouldn't take it seriously.
Very Spanish, I suppose. Not just quite what we're expecting, really.
Look, I'm not an idiot.
Maybe, but you did a
Don't give her any more of them biscuits. She's just lobbing them.
She's lobbing those ladies' fingers.
great job in fooling us for a while.
Oh, look, you just can't resist having a go, can you?
Look, if you can't manage Picasso, try Van Gogh. Cutting your ears off could only be an improvement.
Oh, mate, come on.
Fucking hate her. I hate her.
She really is a whine.
Is there any history
Oh,
of
that's a nice
mental
painting,
illness?
isn't it? If I was clinging on to my sanity by a thread, that's what I want to look at.
It's like a psychedelic white. Is it a unicorn? I don't know if there's
I think it's just got a buffon.
It's with a bright yellow buffon on a psychedelic sea.
Yes.
With a green sky.
And it's trotting in quite a camp fashion.
You get gay horses.
You do.
That I know of.
I don't even know. I don't think you do. I think horses are they're just horse. There's no such thing as gay. There's no category, right?
It's all the neighing that makes them horse.
Yeah. He's always seemed a rather happy-go-lucky sort of fellow. Although he's...
Again, speaking in English.
Had a diet recently.
Pauly D says it's like AI art pre-AI.
Yeah.
His brother came to see...
The whole of AI art, because it's from that photo. That's the one resource they've got, and it's learning from that constantly.
That's like in the beginning of Jurassic Park when you get the mosquito frozen in amber.
Alan says it's signed Blair, 92. Yeah, exactly. That's the source of everything.
He seemed to be a bit worried about him, but nothing like this.
Has he said anything to you?
Not a word. I can't get through to him at all. I was wondering if it might be an idea to bring his brother in. They always seem to be very close.
Yeah, the brothers...
I think his brother's supposed to know anyway.
Yeah, why would you not tell his brother?
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
This is not standard procedure. Are you sure you want to bring his... It's not standard procedure. It sounds crazy, but you know what? It might just work.
Listen, his methods are unorthodox, but he gets results.
Gets results.
Damn it!
Oh, I want to see... Oh, good, they let us in.
Hello, Gavin. This is Dr. Garcia, the colleague I told you about.
Why has he not been sedated?
I'm gonna leave you to have a chat. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go and fetch your brother. I'm sure you would like to see him, wouldn't you?
This lad's having the easiest day at work ever. No
Nice.
lines to learn.
Shall I tell you a bit about myself? Would that make it easier to talk to me?
He's called Garcia, but he sounds like a German.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I was thinking he looks like a Nazi war, like
Classic,
from the war. Yeah, that classic look.
I think it just might be the glasses.
But then I thought, actually, he looks like Donald Pleasance in The Great Escape. So what I need him to do is I need him to walk over there and pick up that pencil. It's a Great Escape reference. Yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I know a bit about your country. I trained...
I tried to invade it back in 1945.
In England. In London.
He is German, right?
Yeah, how's he called Garcia?
Oh.
Of course, that was many years ago. I was the last of the swinging 60s.
Fucking hell, mate.
But you were hardly born then.
This is, funny enough, this is how I start all of my sessions with my clients, as I talk about the swinging 60s and how I'm older than them. It goes down really well.
Look, Gavin. Everybody here just wants to help you. Please, try to understand that.
Rosario?
Yeah, cold food. Eat on my way home.
He's phoned his wife more, and he's not phoned the next of kin yet.
It's beginning to look like I might be very, very late. Don't bother to wait up. Bye.
Bye.
It's a lovely performance, Roger.
Well, I got through it. That's about all you can say, really. Do you know, and I wouldn't have done that if it hadn't been for Miss King. She was a tower of strength.
Oh, wasn't she marvellous? What a trooper.
Here she comes. Here she comes.
The audience are loving it.
Listen, where's Freddie? I thought he was coming.
Yes, so did I. I wonder if it's anything to do with his mysterious visitor.
Well, he might have gone round to the hospital to see how Rosemary is. Have you had any news?
No, but I might pop round there later.
Why don't you pop round there now, or do you rise from the dead in the second half?
No, massively not. But I've got to stick around for the curtain call. At least I can't make a mess of that.
You'll fuck it up.
Hey, hang on. So is this just
The
end of
interval.
part one? What's he doing out?
Unless it's some performance piece where he's in character mingling.
You do not see those people until the end.
Can I have a walk with you, Jess?
Yeah. Excuse.
I never forget. I was reminded of this. Last time I was in Manchester, my friend Malcolm, who you'll meet, and we were big Gary Glitter fans. And we went to see, Gary Glitter was in a musical, A Slice of Saturday Night. It's like a 60s jukebox thing, and it was at the Reading Hexagon. And Denise Van Outen was in it, and they had a thing, but that never gets mentioned. And that's in public domain. And we were fucking annoying. We were 17. We were pissed. And there were 4 or 5 or 6 of us. And we were shouting. It's a musical round. We're shouting all the way through. Leader, leader. And it pissed everyone off. Anyway, during the interval, the cast would come out in characters like all this. It would come out in character, right? And one of the actors had played a character in Grange Hill called Stewpot.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
It was Stewpot. And we just kept going, "Oi, Stewpot!"
Oh, God.
And as he was going back after at the end of the interval to go back, we went, "Oi, Stewpot!" And he looked around like this. And walked off.
Disappointed actor.
Let's just quickly get a picture of what Stewpot looks like. Stewpot, Grange Hill, 1980s. There he is. There's Stewpot.
Yeah, I remember him.
There's Stewpot. Let's just get it so you can see Stewpot. Oi, Stewpot!
Poor lad.
Poor lad. Stewpot rip. I don't think he's dead, but, you know, rip nonetheless. Let's get on with this shite, please. It's very late.
It's me. So what's up, love?
I phoned my dad.
Yeah, I know.
The money will be here by next week, so I'll pay you back.
And everyone else, I hope. Save Marcus breaking your legs.
He's had to close his, what is it?
Bankrupt stock.
Bankrupt stock. Hello, sweet girl.
That you, Gav?
Can I just pause it? I just want to delicately look at her tail, see if it's any better. So can you stroke her? Because I just... Oh, shit, no, that looks bad. Look. Come here, come here.
Oh, dear. Yeah, it does.
It's still a fresh wound, that's the worry. All right. Is that wet? Have I got blood on me? Oh, so it's... My darling. Hey.
Poor girl.
We're going to give it a clean up. We're going to put a bandage on you before bed. That'll be fun, won't it? That'll be fun. Let's see. I don't think it's worth going to the vets yet, but if it's stopped... The fact that it's pure red says to me that's all right.
Yeah.
And
Poor
she doesn't
girl.
seem in pain, but she's not well.
My poor little girl. Come here. Come here.
Let's see. Maybe I'll take her to the vets on Monday. Let's see. Right, on with this!
I got a new key again, eh? Dr. Fernandez.
May I come in?
Alan says, I met Stewpot in a Vietnamese restaurant and complimented him on his then advert on TV where he was in a car with Olivia Colman. I remember that advert. Your Stewpot stories, please.
Yeah, sure. No problem. What can I do for you?
It's been a bit of trouble.
I wonder if she's feeling ill. Let's see how we get on. Maybe we go to the vet.
What's all the trouble?
It's Gavin. If you come with me, I'll explain along the way.
Is he all right?
He's been in a car crash. Physically, he's okay.
He kidnapped a baby and tried to kill it.
What do you mean, physically?
Look, I know you came to see me about him, but really there was nothing I could do at the time.
Well, what's happened?
He's in a clinic. It's about 20 minutes drive. And I think he really would be pleased if you came along.
Yeah. Again, right, for the 4th time, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah, okay. Can we stop at the beach bar along the way?
I want to get some shit sandwiches and warm pop.
I better tell Joey to close the place up.
Has no one got a
Forget it.
phone?
Let's just get there.
No.
Like a house phone. I had a house phone in Spain. They had phones.
The beach bar wouldn't have a phone.
It might have.
Oh, well, it hasn't.
Well,
You can tell me the rest on the way.
one of many things it hasn't got, like a fridge.
Can I get something to eat now, doctor?
What the fuck? You're a policeman!
Also, Spanish hospitals, back then, you'd have had to bring your own food.
Seems pretty quiet.
Why not?
He's going to escape.
I don't seem to be getting anywhere. I think I might take a break myself
Yeah, he's going to like it.
and try again later.
Didn't see that coming.
Stop in!
Gavin!
Gavin!
Oh, shit! Fucking hell! It's the bloody Keystone Cops!
have a conversation with someone, or he's going to get out.
The club has always been one of the premier attractions of the area.
Your shitty tennis club?
It's full of it, isn't he?
But I think with the improvements we're planning, we can cast our net even wider.
Castanets, Spain. I'm in.
Good.
We're looking at a clientele that
You know what's going to happen, right?
What?
This is where Blair's party is being held, and they're having a food fight.
Oh, they are.
So these
Important
investors...
people? And a sailor.
And doesn't mind paying for it.
He didn't look so handsome there, did he? He looked normal. Oh, they've not... Okay.
Sorry. Oh, please don't be. It's just past history. There's nothing either of us can do about it. I'm just too big, too old, and too sensible for you to dandle me on your knee. You can't watch me take my first step or hear me say my first word. I can't run home from nursery to show you my first painting. You can't stand at the window to watch me...
Okay, yep, all things, yeah, that can't... Yeah.
Parent things.
My first day, because all that is long gone. And nothing either of us can say or do will ever bring it back. So, I think...
What have we talked about today? Let's give this show a name. Show 254. It's probably about show 500, but we'll call it show 254. Let's just give it a title and let's put a little bit of information. What would you, guys? What would you call today's
We talked
show?
a lot about throwing up and cacking.
Okay, so we talked a lot about throwing up and cacking. Iain also talked about why he doesn't see much of his mum. But really, it was all about throwing up and cacking. And that's what we call the show, Throwing Up and Cacking. We're in. It's that simple, right?
Yeah.
I don't get why... So you...
Alan
would have...
Michael says, "Are you mad?" should be the title.
Are you mad? Should we put that as the title? What do you think? Throwing up and cacking. So up has a capital U, but and doesn't have a capital A. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
It's weird, right? I like everything to have a capital.
I do.
But
And
it's not
sometimes
right.
I just make them all have a capital just because it looks better.
Can I do it?
You can do what you want.
Am I allowed to do it?
Yeah. How does that feel?
The question we have to answer as reasonable, practical adults is whether we have any use for each other at all.
Sorry, what?
Why would I need a father at my time of life when I've managed so well all these years without one? Why would you need a daughter when you seem to have been coping pretty well too?
I can't answer that.
But I could use a friend.
Practical adult answer. I just know that I
Panpipes!
don't want you to go.
I don't want to go either.
Don't fly back tomorrow.
Let's make
Oh,
love.
that sounds like the old Turkish Delight advert.
Yeah, it does.
Taste of Paradise.
I won't. But what are we going to do?
Start again, I suppose.
Let's press that reset button, right, guys?
Wipe the slate clean.
Forget the past.
See what happens.
They're gonna fuck! It's so weird. If you're listening to this, they are doing the sexiest, horniest, undressing each other eyes.
There's a lot of lingering looks.
It's so weird.
I suppose it's supposed to be gazing affectionately at each other, but actually it's just looking each other up and down like they want to eat each other. It's going to be Gavin. Yeah, what are you doing?
¿Qué haces, tío? ¡Ey! ¿No ves que te va a pillar el coche?
You want to escape? Oh. Wow.
Oh. Must have passed him.
No one's... Has anyone told him?
did they get told where he was?
How is he in the car with him and the other lads at the...
Gavin? It's okay, I know him.
Yeah, I know, and that's gone really, really well so far, hasn't it, Doc?
Have you been Dr. Fernandez?
Everything will be all right, Gavin. I'm gonna take you back to the clinic. Come on. Come with me, Gavin.
Darling.
Darling.
Come with me, darling.
Take you back to the car. Come on, Gavin.
Come on, darling.
Call him darling again.
He's not, is he? But it does sound a lot like it.
It did sound...
It's Gavin. He's saying Gavin.
Oh, did he?
Have you been Dr. Fernandez?
Everything will be all right, Gavin. I'm gonna take you back to the clinic. Come on. Come with me, Gavin.
It does.
No, darling. When I was at university in Nottingham, we had an array of teaching assistants who were they were Spanish students who would obviously sort of studying for masters or whatever. And there was one of them, and I remember him saying to us, he goes, "It is really strange being here in Nottingham because I go to the shops and the man in there calls me Duck and he calls me Darling." And it was the funniest thing. He calls me Duck and he calls me Darling.
Take you back to the car. Come on, Gavin. It's gonna be all right. It's okay, Gavin. It's okay.
It's a very squeaky car.
Do you know what was making the noise?
The lights.
It was
was
the lights spinning round. Look.
You put a bit of WD-40 on
Yeah,
that'll
you
drive
have
you
to.
absolutely potty.
What the fuck is Father Christmas doing? I want to see the prick in the beard. Here we go. No, I want to see him.
You've got the Evil Queen's henchman and Father Christmas.
Look at that!
It's Archbishop Carey, isn't it?
Oh, well done, Miss King. You were terrific.
I'm really glad it's all over.
Absolute triumph, Miss King. I'm just so glad I didn't listen to all those whingers telling me to call the whole thing off. I always knew this player was a winner, and you've proved that I was right all along.
Thank you. You did really great, Olive. Oh, thank you. But I'm afraid I have to hurry off now.
No, you can't
I need a shit.
do that. Where's the first night party?
They'll all want to congratulate you.
Oh, dear. I don't mean to offend anyone, really, but I'm afraid there is something I really feel I must do first.
You're not a real nun.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for dinner.
My pleasure.
Shall we go to your room?
Thanks for coming after me.
My pleasure.
Thanks for coming after me. I'd like to wait.
Will I see you tomorrow?
Don't you want to?
Of course I do. I just thought you might need some time to think things
Blink,
over.
please. You're
no,
being weird.
not me. I'm playing it by ear. How about you?
The same. Will I pick you up here? Will you come to me?
You pick me up.
What time?
Whenever you're ready.
10?
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I ought to be getting home.
I suppose so.
Or
Must you?
you could come upstairs for a coffee.
Pity about the
Bloody
ferry.
White Lotus.
Yes. Good night, Dad.
Oh!
Lingering.
Dad, I thought she was going to kiss him properly.
Good night.
Frenchie.
Stop it. See you tomorrow. Stop. I hate seeing you go, but I love watching you leave.
That means looking at your ass,
Yes.
right? Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Oh,
Thank you.
They're just
Oh, I'm
literally just eating reception.
so sorry if I'm intruding, but I just wondered if there was anything I could do to help.
Oh, not really. How kind
could
of you to
fuck
come.
The operation's tomorrow, so fingers crossed.
Oh, well, you'll soon be on the mend. It's a very
I
good
say, I
hospital.
don't suppose I could assist, could
In
I?
the meantime, I just wondered if I couldn't be of some practical use. Or do you think you can cope, Dr. Webb?
I could make you a mazaka.
I'm sorry.
Well, washing, mending, ironing, all the things that normally
Mending.
Mending?
associated with a woman's touch.
Well, yes, I think I can manage. Thank you.
If you can't, don't be afraid to ask. I mean, that's what living in a community is about. Besides, I often have time on my hands, and yours could be more usefully spent here, where you're really needed.
Well, thank you. It's a very kind thought.
Oh, how did the play go? I'm so sorry. I should have asked you before.
I just about muddled through, though we would all have preferred it to be you. But there'll be other plays.
Well, hang on. They're having a first night party. The implication is there is more
A
than
run.
one night.
I think there's 3.
I'll pray for you. Oh, I know you're not
She's turned into an actual nun.
churchgoers, but never underestimate the power of prayer. Good night to you both.
Good night.
Good night.
Hello, sweet girl.
You know, sometimes I could strangle her.
You're not right, are you?
Tonight, I could kiss her.
Hey,
Well, you
don't
could,
forget,
actually. She
you
said
just
she'd do.
proposed to me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot who proposed.
Who proposed?
He proposed to her, didn't he, at the end of last episode?
Oh, fuck.
So how did it go then?
I'm in love!
I don't know. Rather better than I expected, I think.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Oh, he's all giddy.
It's a start. I mean, I know you can't expect to get through a whole lifetime in a few hours, but at least, I mean, we both really want it to work. And that's the most important thing, isn't it? Of course, it was a bit sticky to begin with.
Hello, my darling girl.
Oh, that does look raw.
It's sore, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I can't take it to the vets tomorrow, and Sunday it'll be shut. So we'll go Monday.
You went home. I think if there'd have been a flight available, she probably would have done, but there wasn't, so we both had dinner together instead. Do you know, I was really nervous. I can't remember being that nervous since I was, well, younger than you are. I didn't think I could remember being that young anymore. She kissed me goodnight. And you know, I suddenly realised that's the first physical contact we'd had since she was a tiny baby. Isn't that
And then I walked out on her before she was 1.
extraordinary? All those years. Really shook me.
Oh, will you shut up? I don't care about your daughter. It's about me.
Not unpleasantly. I just started to realise what I've been missing all these years. And it's made me determined that somehow, some way, I'm going to make a go of this. And I think she feels the same way. Well, that's why she's staying on for a while.
Jerry's gonna make it all about her.
Yeah, well, parents always let me down, so yeah, have a nice one.
Of course, we both realise that there may be nothing there, and when we get to the bottom of it, the whole thing's no good, but at least we're both going to try. And I mean, that's really positive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. Look, Freddie, I really don't want to get in the way.
Fuck off!
What do you mean?
Don't get me wrong. I think it's important for you and Natalie to make a go of things. I really want it to happen. But it's not going to be any easier with you here and her stuck in a hotel.
Yeah, go and sleep on the beach. Go on.
I'm going to go to the hotel and she can
You
sleep
need
here.
to be together. That's why I think it'd be for the best if I moved out.
Oh, she's so noble. Oh, she's so brave and noble.
Alan, first, let me put your mind at rest.
Alan, first, let me put your mind at rest. It was not our fault he escaped. You cannot
First,
sue
let me
us.
put your mind at rest by sitting slightly over you and in your space.
Yeah, I like that.
Gavin is not a prisoner here.
Well, when he escaped, the police chased him.
So...
In spite of what happened, there will be no criminal charges. I will make a report explaining Gavin's condition, and then all that needs to be done is for us to find the right treatment.
But what exactly is his condition? Has he had some sort of breakdown?
It is too early for me to say exactly what has happened. I'm just glad you're here. It will do him a lot of good to know you are around. It has all been quite an ordeal for him.
But he'll be all right once he gets home.
Doesn't seem that sorry for you.
Won't he?
That won't be tonight. Maybe not for a while.
Well, how long is it going to take?
I couldn't really tell you that. It depends on how he responds to treatment and finding the right treatment, of course.
So he won't be able to get back to work for a bit then?
Really? That's his takeaway? He's got to run the bar on his own?
There's a lot of flat pop to serve. A
I've
lot.
got a business to run, see. I have to make arrangements.
Get Jerry in. She's doing now.
It's quite natural for you to worry about such things. But it's probably best not to mention them in front of him.
Alan, he really needs your support. If he feels he is letting you down in some way, that can only add to his worries. which is just what we don't want at the moment.
I get that reference. Is it safe? I get that reference, Dave. I will not explain that reference. Die weiße Engel.
He's gonna need all your strength to get him through this.
Shall we go in?
He doesn't, but it sounds like he says, Entschuldigung.
Way, that can only add to his worries.
Entschuldigung.
Which is just what we don't want at the moment.
He's gonna need all your strength to get him through this.
Shall we go in?
Entschuldigung, bitte.
Entschuldigung, bitte. It's gonna be shit. Smeared on the wall, smeared on his face.
And your mate going, sorry, I've been trying to clear it up.
Oh, we should end the show there. What a shame we got another minute of this shit.
Hi, Gav. I've been worried about you, but
I'm a jazz amigo.
Doc says you'll be okay soon enough. Started chatting up the nurses, have you?
Shall we leave you two alone for a while?
No, please don't.
Give you a chance to talk. We will be back in about 10 minutes to see how you're getting on.
This doctor's treatment is wild.
Yeah,
But that curtain should keep him in there.
definitely.
How are you feeling?
Tell me you kidnapped a baby. What was that like? I've always wanted a baby.
If you wanted a baby, we could have sorted one out.
Hey? It's gonna be all right, Gav. That's what the doc said.
All because the timeshare company went bust.
But it didn't. He didn't get sacked. Do you remember?
I don't know what's real anymore.
Yeah, because his brother rang up and said.
Yeah, that's true, actually. She's right. She tells the truth.
And then people were talking about it in the paper, but they weren't.
It's gonna be all right, mate. It's gonna be all right, mate.
That is acting.
Yeah.
That there is acting. And it's the first time we've seen it in this show. That is acting. I'm going to end it on that iconic shot. That is acting.
Are you mad?
Are you mad? Guys, pray for us. We're going to try and put a bandage on a cat's tail.
Yeah. You're gonna restrain, and I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
bandage.
restrain. We're going to take her up to the bathroom. We're going to have some dreamies. We're going to run some.
Then we're gonna get the cat.
We're going to run some more water. We're going to clean her tail. It looks bad, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks manky.
I can't take her to the vet store. I'm not here.
It's all right. We'll do some.
Lucy Apple's in there. This is going to give that a chance to heal. Right. So, yeah, we're going to go up there. We're going to run some water, give it a little clean. I've got disinfectant spray. Before that, we're going to cut up the bandage. We've got the tape.
Yeah. I've been thinking about, while we've been watching that, I've been thinking about how I'm going to tie it, but you've got tape,
I've
haven't
got
you?
tape.
Yeah.
The trick is to do it tighter than you think.
Yeah.
It's better to have it too tight, and then we can work backwards. I had it a bit too loose, so it wasn't covering it.
I'm trained. I was Red Cross.
This. Listen, you've seen acting. Thanks for watching. We will